So this game right now, if you're just joining us here in the live broadcast on isn.co.il, very interesting weather situation, weather a big part of sports in any capacity at any level, so they can affect the game. In the morning, it was pretty warm. We're thinking somewhere around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Weather was a big factor last week when the Rebels got the upset victory against the Tel-Aviv Pioneers in Tel Aviv. Temperatures were about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, there was that very sad story where a runner in the Tel Aviv Marathon died because of the heat, to give you an idea of what level heat was at. And obviously, our prayers go out to the runner's friends and family. And that's just one of the things to show you. I was talking about this with my good friend Effie, who's the #1 Rebels fan. You know, this gentleman who passed away in the marathon was a military man, great shape. You know, he's running a marathon. But he apparently we're told that he did not dehydrate himself. Actually, I don't want to speculate because I'm not sure what happened. But the point is that do not think you're Superman. You got to always take precaution no matter what you're doing, because this man's physical fitness was at the top of the top. So always take precaution in any type of event, especially a running event. And especially with the weather at very high temperature levels, Israel does tend to get very, very hot at times, obviously, throughout the year. Usually summer, but it has come a little bit early so far. Now, in the morning, it was very, very warm. It then got a bit cooler. We have a bit of a wind and an overcast sky. So the heat will seem to go up and down, and that will have an effect. I was actually told last week that the Judean Rebels did not practice in full gear when they got to Tel Aviv University, partly because they did not want to overheat with the weather. So they saved their energy and obviously worked to their advantage as they got the 38-34 victory. One of the biggest upsets this season, if not the biggest. A lot of people, yours truly, in all honesty, thought the Pioneers were going to win. It seemed that the Sabres and the Pioneers were a bit of a collision course to come back in this title game and repeat playing against each other as they did last year, that great thrilling game last year, when Itai Ashkenazi and company were marching down at the 22-yard line and then threw that pitch to Kobe Nimrod. Adam Zicker recovered the fumble, and that was the end of the game for the Sabres. And it was a very close game. In that particular game, the Sabres had a huge lead. They had a 3-score lead, and Pioneers came back, and then it went back and forth in the second half. So it was very, very entertaining. There have been 5 IFL games up until this point, 5 IFL Bowl championship games. All 5 have been close. Last year's was one of the closest. There was a game that went to overtime. There was a game a few years ago where Itai Ashkenazi threw an interception right at the end at the 3-yard line, and that was the difference in the game there. So there have been a lot of close games. The nature of this title game, for whatever reason, is for it to be a close game. I do not know why that would be or why it would occur, but that has been the nature. So we'll see if we have a close game today. Now, a lot of people are expecting a blowout. This Tel Aviv Sabres team is undefeated, 11-0, including the postseason win last week when they destroyed the Canes. Almost a shutout. The Canes scored a touchdown with a few minutes left. Otherwise, it would have been a shutout. And the Tel Aviv Sabres scored over 50 points. They have not only been winning each week, each game, on and on and on, but they've been blowing out teams consistently. They actually won a game 100-0. I am not making that up. They won 100-0. They do not ease up. They do not relent. They will run up the score. That's kind of been their motto, their nature is their goal is to shut teams out. Their goal is to score as many points as possible. So we'll see if that will happen today. Obviously, the Rebels will have something to say about that. The closest game the Sabres will play, or have played throughout this season, was against the Judean Rebels. That was the Sabres' first game of the season, and the Rebels' second. And that particular game, the Sabres won by 2 possessions, by 2 scores. But that game is not the same as this game. Those 2 teams vastly different than the 2 teams we will see play today. Back then, Adiakami was in his first game with the Sabres, still getting in rhythm. That was Brandon McDougall's first game with the Sabres in the regular season. He only was able to play one half, suffered cramps. Now, since McDougall's surgery in the winter, he's told me he is 100%. He does not have issues with getting tired or cramp issues, and he expects to play the full game. He's been playing full game since his surgery. So that's a very scary thing for any team to face. When McDougall played one half in the regular season, he still was very effective. 100 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. So with Brandon McDougall playing the full game, that's a scary proposition for any team to face, including the Rebels today. The Rebels are different as well. Donnie Eastman will be playing quarterback. Donnie Eastman, to give you an idea of what a spectacular athlete he is, he's been playing most of the season as wide receiver, also returning kicks, and just started playing quarterback when the postseason started a few weeks ago, and it's been fantastic. He single-handedly beat the Lions. He consistently was running right, and it seemed that the Lions could not do anything about it. The Yonah Michon coach Lions were not able to stop Donnie Eastman whatsoever. Yonah Michon was not able to figure him out. And then last week, Donnie Eastman seemed again single-handedly take the Rebels on his shoulders. Yeshaya Brill made a great joke on my show earlier in the week. He said that Donnie's back and shoulders must be tired from carrying the Rebels. And you don't hear teammates say that too often, but in this situation it's too. Again, that's no disrespect to the other teammates with the Rebels. If I said time and time again, you don't get to a title game with just one player, as good as Donnie has been, and football is very much a team game. But Donnie, in my opinion, has been the MVP this season. I am a member of the media, so I get a vote in the MVP voting, and he has my vote. His vote has been sensational. Again, he's been asked to do everything. In addition to returning kicks, playing receiver, playing quarterback, he also plays defense and is a terrific quarterback. So he may get a couple of interceptions today. Time will certainly tell. Let's talk about some of the X factors that will go on in today's game. Of course, the X factor for the Rebels, in my opinion, is Zach Miller. Zach was the MVP of this game 2 years ago, had an outstanding collegiate career at Dartmouth. And like many people that came to Israel, the feeling was that once they got to Israel, their football days were over. A lot of these players that are playing today played well in high school and played in college, and the thing was once they moved to Israel that was all put behind. But thanks to Mr. Kraft and the IFL, those dreams continue for a lot of the players today. And for some of the players, they picked up football in Israel and are able to play it because of that. Zach Miller was great a couple years ago in the title game. There's been rumors he consistently flirts with retiring. This could be his last game, or it could not. You never know with Zach Miller. But to me, Zach is the X factor because of the fact the Rebels are going to have to go to a very strong running game. If I were the Rebels, I would be running at least 70% of the time, if not 80%. The idea, a bit complicated, but I will have time to explain it. Basically, I think to a man, the Rebels would admit that the Sabres have more talent. In that type of situation, what you want to do is make the game have less plays. Because as the plays go on, as the plays continue, the better team will eventually show its talent and have an advantage. So you want to lower and make less plays. And the way that's done in football is to run because it milks the clock. If you pass the ball and have an incomplete pass, the clock stops. So you want to run as much as you can. That's a lot of Donnie Eastman. That's a lot of Zach Miller. That's a big reason why I say Zach is the X factor in today's game for the Rebels. Now, for the Judean Sabres, for the Tel-Aviv Sabres, the X factor is Jonathan Curran, in my opinion, because he is a D's #1 target as receiver. I said it to Corey Zinker early, and he kind of pushed me and said, I am a D's #1 target, but Corey does a lot of running. He will catch screen passes as well, and will go kind of as a tight end, go about 5 yards out and catch a pass. But Jonathan Curran is the #1 receiver for Diakami. Diakami is a gamer, truly a spectacular IFL career up until this point. He has won 2 titles, trying to go for his 3rd title today. Now, Adi, believe it or not, was a backup in the 2009-2010 season. The starter at the time was a man named Alex Traxton, who was injured. He hurt his pinky and was not able to continue. And Diakami took his place. And since that time, when Adi has played every single snap, he's only lost twice. Since that time, he took over as quarterback. Those 2 times, though, against the Judean Rebels. 2 years ago in the title game, Adi lost, and he also lost to the Rebels in the regular season that year. So this is Adi's Achilles heel, if you will. But he has had a spectacular record. Adi is not built like a protocol quarterback. He's not as big as a Ty Ashkenazi or has the same throwing strength as a Johnny Joe Martitius or the same running abilities as Donnie Eastman. But one of his biggest strengths is his ability to avoid the sack. Many times we'll scramble it out. It looks like he's about to be pulled down and able to buy some time and get his man open. And for whatever reason, he's a gamer. He does whatever it takes to win. That's shown in his record. Again, he's only lost twice when he's played a couple of snaps. Interesting note, though, he has been a starter and lost after he's been ejected. Last season, the Sabres' 1 loss, he was ejected in that game. Adi does have a bit of what's known as temper, you would say, or emotional. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. Football is a very emotional game, and Adi is very fiery. So if I'm the Rebels, I try to get in Adi's head. To be honest, I even try to maybe hit him late, frustrate him, do whatever you can. Perhaps Adi gets upset and gets himself ejected as he did last season, and that would increase the Rebels' chances, obviously, because it all starts with Diakami. Adi makes the offense go. He's able to go deep to Jonathan Curran. He's able to set the running game up for Corey Zinker and Brandon McDougall. Defensively, the Sabres stellar, led by Adam Zinker, who is the reigning defensive player of the year. Now, Jeremy Sable has played defense a lot for the Sabres in the past. This season, played more of an offensive lineman. So his job is to buy a D time and get him the time he needs to connect with his receivers. All right, coin toss is here. Roy Freeman is the head referee today. Most of these games are in the nighttime, so I apologize if I say that. And the Sabres have won the toss. We'll report in a moment if they decide to defer the kickoff and which field they will go. But we're very close to opening kickoff. Again, we welcome everyone here to Kraft Family Stadium. Israel Bowl VI, the Judean Rebels versus the Tel-Aviv Sabres. Sabres trying to make history by being the first IFL team to be undefeated in the regular and postseason. Again, every game they've won so far, virtually a blowout. The closest game was a 2-touchdown victory over these Judean Rebels in the beginning of the season. Commissioner Oriel Sturm is making announcements to the crowd. I have to be honest with you, I was expecting a bigger crowd up to this point, but the president's arrival to Jerusalem a few days ago has affected traffic, and it's very, very plausible that has affected this crowd coming in at a particular time. I think eventually more people will file in, and last year we had about 800 people. Right now is Tikva, Israel, the State of Israel's national anthem. All right, we're back. That was the State of Israel's national anthem, Tikva. You know, when I hear the national anthem, it makes me think about our military men and women, servicemen and women throughout our Israel. God bless all of them, and God bless all the Torah learners as well that help support this country through Torah learning. And interesting about the military in that Bezalel Freeman, who's been the head coach for the past few years for the Rebels, has had to take a lot of time off due to Miluim, which is reserve duty in Israel. Bezalel was a fleet commander in the Army, and a very high position, so it's very critical that he serves time in the reserve duties and was not able to coach a lot this season, certainly not as much as he wanted to. But, however, can we I should point out that Donnie Eastman's father has been the head coach a lot throughout the year, and interesting note that Donnie, again, is the star player of the team. You know, a lot of times in Pop Warner football, or Little League baseball, many times the coach's son plays, and he is not the deserving man to play. But no situation that Donnie is the deserving man here. My opinion, the best player in the IFL, only 18 years old. Truly a testament to the high school league. Last year, Donnie was in the high school league and was able to learn a lot of great skills. The Zinkers were also playing high school league a few years ago as well. So the high school league has done a fantastic job in teaching these players how to play the game correctly, and you see their success as both those gentlemen, the Zinker brothers and Donnie Eastman, a big reason why both these teams are here today in Israel Bowl VI. So the high school league has done a tremendous job, again, in playing, and Kogovo to everyone involved in the high school league. Mario Schechter, one of the coaches for the Rebels, is coaching the high school league, and we have a lot of celebrities here in attendance. One of them is Itai Ashkenazi. Now, Itai is one of the coaches for the Pioneers who lost last week. He is doing a broadcast along with Dr. Keith Noble with the Rat HaSharon Hammers. So there's a lot of celebrities in attendance. This game is on television. We're about ready to go. Israel Bowl VI between the Judean Rebels and Tel-Aviv Sabres. It's about to begin. We're glad you're with us as the weather cools off here. It's a beautiful day here in Jerusalem, Israel, Israel's national capital. Sabres won the toss, and they will elect to receive. The Sabres will be, if you ever go to Kraft Family Stadium, they will be coming in from the right side of the field going left. The wind right now is pushing towards that way. I wonder if that will affect the D's passing abilities. Time will certainly tell there. Laurent Kozo-Zamir will be kicking off. He is the All-IFL place kicker from a year ago. And we're ready, and we're off. Kozo's kick goes in to the end zone, and we have a touchback. We're going to see that a lot. That'll be one of the keys for the Rebels if they're going to pull off this upset. Special teams very, very critical because you cannot give the Sabres any extra space when they are beginning. They're going to begin at the 15-yard line now because of Laurent's kick. And if you're the Rebels, you're going to have to keep hoping that you can do that and force the D to play with a deeper field. If a D is going to start at a 20 or 30-yard line, it could be all over very early. Now, if I'm the Rebels, very, very key that you stop them on this drive, build momentum, and show that you can play with these guys. You're going to have to start this thing early and get momentum early. Obviously, if the Rebels can get a score first, that will certainly increase their chances of pulling off this upset. Could be the biggest upset in IFL history if they get it done. All right, here's a D. Jeremy Sable will be playing right guard and a D right under center. Corey Zinker, Brandon McDougall in the backfield, Jonathan Curran in the wideout. And they're going to give this to McDougall. McDougall runs out right, breaks the tackle, and he's finally pulled down. Brandon McDougall with a huge run, easily a first down. He picked up 20 yards. First and 10 Tel-Aviv Sabres, and just like that, the Sabres are in Judean Rebels territory. That run for McDougall looks like they're going to mark that at about 27 yards. So good start early for Brandon McDougall, and good blocking from the Sabres offensive line. And we talked about the keys for the Rebels to run and milk the clock. The Sabres obviously probably more of a running team than a passing team, even though a D is a tremendous quarterback. If you're just joining us, very early in the first quarter, just one play underway, 11-15 and counting. Jonathan Curran, the wideout to the left, and Corey Zinker is in the backfield along with Brandon McDougall. They'll go to Brandon again. Brandon runs left, dodges a tackle. He's still on his feet, and he's finally pushed out of bounds into the Rebels sideline. McDougall just short of the first down there, about 8 or 9 yards, pushed out by Donnie Eastman. Kowalski also with a tackle as well. So far it's been 2 plays for the Sabres, 2 runs for Brandon McDougall for a total of about 35 yards. The Rebels will have their work cut off with them. They cannot stop McDougall or Corey Zinker. I don't know if they actually can stop those gentlemen, but they're going to have to hope to contain them. Now, there was a penalty, and was an offside against the Rebels. Is your earlier commissioner say that? Now it's 1st and 5 for the Tel-Aviv Sabres. They're already at the 12-yard line. We just hit a minute in. They're cruising very good right now. The Rebels faithful is on the sidelines trying to motivate their team to keep them in. Very foggy and windy day right now. The weather's been changing very rapidly on us. And again, we'll see if that affects this game. This time there are 3 men in the backfield. Jonathan Curran Joseph as a running back. And this time they're going to give it to Corey Zinker. Corey Zinker runs right, dodges a tackle or 2, and finally taken down by Perez. And let's see he has enough for the first down. If not, it's very, very close. Again, it's a 2-headed monster in the backfield with Brandon McDougall and Corey Zinker. That is good enough for the first down. And just like that, the Sabres are 1st and goal. And only a minute and a half has passed by. I want to take this time to remind everyone about one of our sponsors, LGI Street Music. Big performance March 28th. Brandon McDougall will be one of the performers, along with Mr. Shochat, Ori Shochat as well. So, Ori Shochat, and DJ Didi. We'll talk about more of that at halftime in the game. This time they go to Corey Zinker. Corey Zinker right up the middle. Corey Zinker is a big young man, about 20 years old, over 6 foot, big, powerful, and strong, trains very well, and you can see it there as he goes full steam ahead right up the middle. And right now it is 1st and 4 for the Sabres. And 9:49 left to go. Crowd a bit quiet. Perhaps a bit awe of the Sabres running game. And here we go now on 2nd and goal. A D right under center. McDougall, the lone man in the backfield. They're going to play fake. A D runs out right, dodges his man. He's about to go out of bounds and throws an incomplete pass. Rebels were able to stop him there. That play action did not work. As I mentioned, as much as a D and that Jonathan Curran connection has worked throughout the entire season. Sabres more of a running team with Corey Zinker and Adam Zinker. We'll also take this time to remind everyone about our other sponsor, the AFI. AFI President Steve Leibowitz, another sponsor of this game. And check out American football in Israel, not just tackle. They have flag football, women's flag football. A lot of great sports going on in the Holy Land. We're set now, 9:17 to go, still 0-0. This is 3rd and goal. A D under center. McDougall, the low man in the backfield. Corey Zinker lines up to the right with Jonathan Curran. Now here's Jonathan in motion. A D calling out signals, and they're going to almost falls. Goes McDougall. McDougall almost trips over his man. Goes outside. Flag is down, and McDougall pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. There are 2 flags. We'll find in a few moments what happened. The Rebels are very, very pumped if they can make this stand. This is a huge momentum builder. Again, 2 flags there. Uriel Loberbaum looks like he thinks that the Sabres will be called for something. There's a referee huddle about all of that. And we'll find out momentarily what is going on. Again, this is brought to you by, our game is on Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Check out our websites, israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. Now, if you like to donate and help make more broadcasts like that possible, you can go to isn.co.il and click actually on the donate button to help make more of these games occur. Now, that penalty is known as block in the back. Very, very interesting decision here by the coaching staff of the Rebels. They're going to elect to take this penalty rather than to go to 4th down. They don't want to go to 4th and 2. Instead, it will still be 3rd down, and the Sabres are pushed back to the 13-yard line in Rebels territory. Interesting setup now for the Sabres. 3 wideouts to the left. Corey Zinker, one of the wideouts, along with Jonathan Curran and Primov. No running backs. Here's the D, the shotgun formation. A D, he's going to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Judean Rebels. That's Yoni Dean. Sabres get the score first. They strike first. Interesting play with all the running that got him down to this part of the field. They go with the pass. A D was able to dodge the pressure, take the shotgun, and go back and hit his man in the end zone. And the Sabres take an early 6-0 lead with 8:47 here in the first quarter. I'm sorry, that was not Yoni Dean who caught it. That was Fudge. Yoni Dean used to wear number 4, so I apologize. Fudge, a big part of the Sabres' success this season as well. Fudge, one of the wideouts on the 2-point conversion opportunity. Here's a D. Fakes, gives it to McDougall. McDougall runs right, staying on his feet, spins, dives, take it down. And you can probably hear the Rebels sideline. I am about 10 feet from them. Very happy about that play. As dominating the Sabres were on that drive, not scoring the 2-point conversion could come back to bite them. Many times these games are decided by the 2-point conversions. And for the Rebels, they don't always have to go to a 2-point conversion. They have Liran Zamir, again, the best place kicker in the IFL, and they can go to the extra point if they need to. So 6-0, Sabres score first in their opening drive. 8:47 to go in the first quarter. We'll see how the Rebels respond. It'll be very interesting to see Donnie Eastman as quarterback, very entertaining. And for those of you who have not seen him, this kid is really spectacular and has a long IFL career to come. Interesting note that he was actually supposed to start the military, did start the military a few days ago, and was able to make it for this game there. All right, James Kine picks up the ball and is pushed out of bounds. Kine pushed out of bounds almost towards me and takes it to the 22-yard line. So here come the Rebels. Forward defense for the Sabres. Number 7, Tiswari Fudge, trying to keep them in check. Corey Zinker playing defense as well for Tel-Aviv. So they're going to try to get some momentum and maintain that momentum, and we'll see if they can get it done. Donnie Eastman, the shotgun formation. He's looking things over and is ready to go. Throws a sweat. Got Ishaya Brill. Brill, who's known for playing defense, played a little tight end there. Caught that ball. So interesting weapon that the Rebels have right away, and they're going to no huddle. I actually disagree with this idea because I think you got to milk the clock, but the Rebels like to move things fast. 4 wideouts, no men in the backfield. Donnie buying some time, spreading. He's going across the middle. He tried to go shy of Brill. Brill gave a look like, what was that? But I think Brill knows if he extended his man, that would have been 6, believe it or not. Defense there by Fudge. So we're seeing Brill playing a bit of offense. Again, he was their defensive specialist the last couple years and 2 years ago in the title game. Right now it is 3rd and 4, 7:51 in the first. Chance of defense from the Sabres sideline. Donnie Eastman in the shotgun. Again, no men in the backfield. Very interesting. Here's Donnie. Donnie's going to spin around, stand on his feet, throws his man. He's complete and caught. And there's a chance for a touchdown here to James Kine. First down for the Judean Rebels. They're at the 18-yard line. One more tackle, and that would have been 6. I apologize. That was not James Kine. James Kine wears number 88. That was Arshafsky with number 83. I apologize about that. And the Rebels are going with this no huddle. They want to keep this pressure on. Donnie Eastman in the shotgun formation. Has a lot of time. And will throw it this time to James Kine. Kine running. Everything seemed to stop for a second. First to go off the catch for John Sapori. And the Rebels are playing red hot right now on the offensive end. They're going to try to match this score. If they score and take the 2 point, they will have an early lead. Who would have thunk it here? All right. Here's Eastman again. Eastman's been sensational on this drive. 3 for 4 in passing. Low snap. Eastman runs right. Might take it himself. He's still on his feet. Dodging another tackle. He's going out left. Cross it back. Still staying. He's going to the end zone. And that ball is out of bounds. Great way for Donnie to buy time. Try to get his man open. But at the end of the day, avoided that sack. Did not lose yards. And it's second down. It's second and goal. The Rebels are going quick right now. It's 6:50. They've gone quick, but a lot of time is still taken off of the clock anyways. Elias Matuko is coming in. Elias has been told when healthy, one of the best receivers in the game along with James Kine. So it's Kine and Matuko on the right side, to the left there. Arshafsky lines up on the left. No men in the backfield. They've been doing this throughout this entire drive. Donnie Eastman will take it himself. Run. He is in. Touchdown, Judean Rebels. You hear the sideline. You hear this crowd. And the Rebels match the Sabres score. This game is tied at 6. 6:32 left to go. I just got to look for Barria Schechter with the muscle pump. His team's ready to go. And for those who thought this game would be a blowout, so far, not as much. I will say this. At some point, John Sharon's going to make his adjustments. That will really be key if the Rebels adjust to him. But right now, it is 6-6 and a chance for a two-way conversion. Quick pass, and that ball is batted down. They try to go quick, and the two-point conversion is no good. I would have, on that particular play, had Donnie run it, because Donnie can get 3 yards in his sleep. But it is 6-6, 6:32 left to go in the first quarter. Want to take this time to remind everyone about one of our sponsors. That is LGI Street Music. Brandon McDougall, of course, playing tonight, performing tonight. Had a couple great runs on the first drive. He'll be one of the artists performing for LGI Street Music. A couple other performers as well will be playing. Great stuff in hip-hop entertainment. Definitely want to check it out. Thursday, March 28th, big performance. You can find out more about LGI Street Music on their Facebook page, LGI Street Music. And again, some of the performers, Ori Shochat, DJ Didi, Swiss, Ben Sisi, and much more. Liran Zamir lights and ignites this sideline with a great kick. That kick goes all the way out of bounds. No chance for return. Automatic touchback. 2 for 2 on the touchback so far. And the Sabres will start at their 15-yard line. 6:16 if you're just joining us. This is IFL Bowl VI, the Judean Rebels and the Tel-Aviv Sabres. Sabres trying to go for 12-0, being the first undefeated team in IFL history. And with 3 out of 4 championship, Sabres try to win 2 out of 3. As they won 2 years ago against the Sabres team. This game is on Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. It's IsraelSportsRadio.com and ISN.co.il. If you want to make more broadcasts possible in the future, click on the donate button on ISN.co.il. Here's a D under center, Corey Zinker and Brandon McDougall in the backfield. Jonathan Curran, the lone wideout to the left. They're going to fake to Brandon, give it to Corey. Corey runs runs left. About picked up 5 yards. Brought down by Zach Miller, the Zach attack, as I mentioned, the co-MVP of the game 2 years ago. Many say that this could be Zach's game, last game in football, and might go into coaching. Zach, of course, was a star at Dartmouth. Yes, Liran Zamir points out 2 touchbacks in a row, 2-2. I told Liran Zamir that he would have to kick well in front of me, and so far he's done so. Zach Miller could be his last game. Again, he is in his late 30s. A lot of loud noise here, trying to help the defense out. Here's the D, going back in the shotgun, being chased, scrambles, throws. It's complete to Corey Zinker down the middle. I don't think he picked up that much, maybe a yard, brought down by Grossman. Corey Zinker with a run and a pass, caught. And it looks like we have a 3rd and short. 5:07 to go in the first. All right, I apologize. Was enough for the first down, just enough there. And it's first down for the Sabres at the 27-yard line. They're in they're in Sabres territory right now at the 27-yard line. Here's the D under center, McDougal and Corey Zinker in the backfield. Jonathan Curran, the man on the right. Here's the D, and he hands this ball off to the right side. McDougal brought down by Frankfurter, pickup of a couple of yards. Again, this is Israel Bowl VI on IsraelSportsRadio.com and ISN.co.il. Right in front of me, Coach has been talking to his son on that great drive, the last drive, the Rebels' first drive, the last drive, and truly tremendous. I believe that on that drive, Don Eastman was 4 of 6 passing. Here's the D right under center. And this time, Jonathan Curran lines to the backfield. They're going to pitch it to Jonathan. Jonathan, usually receiver, runs out left. Not a lot of space to go. Breaks a tackle, and here comes Jonathan. Stayed sewn on his feet and brought down at the 18-yard line. Good run from Jonathan, who was about to be taken down to the 28. Was able to stand on his feet and pick up another 10 yards. So that's a first down. First down for Jonathan Curran and the Tel Aviv Sabres. They're at the 18-yard line. Excuse me, I apologize. They're at the 23-yard line. And I'll just take a sip of water. Very important to stay hydrated even for the broadcasters. All right, the two teams right in front of me, parallel here. A D under center, 3 men in the backfield, no wideouts. And a D rolls out right. And he's going to stay on his feet. And he finally goes out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Flag is thrown. We'll find out in a moment who is pulled for that flag and where that will go. This game a lot closer, I think, than people thought at this point in time. 3:27 left to go in the first. The game is being tied at 6-6. I'm being heckled by the Rebels sideline, but that's fine. Block in the back, and it's against the Sabres. So that will push the Sabres back. And they're going to mark this ball. They're going back to Sabres territory. They're marking this ball at the Sabres 28. That's a huge penalty. It takes off the yards that a D got, and now they're way back and pushed back there. One of the keys, by the way, to point out, as close as the game is, many times the Sabres have had close games in the first quarter, then Coach John Sharon makes adjustments. So the Rebels must make adjustments back to John Sharon's adjustments. Here's the D under center. They're going to throw a screen pass to Jonathan Curran. Curran runs out left, and it's taken down by Grossman and Kowalski. Pickup of about 4. Good read by the Rebels defense to call out the screen early. And I have to say the Rebels have a long way to go for the first. They're going to have to go to the 13-yard line to get to the first down, and they're currently in Rebels territory at the 28, so 15 yards to go. Again, an exciting game so far. Israel Bowl VI, the Judean Rebels, and the Tel Aviv Sabres. Thank you for everyone for joining us here on the broadcast. Here's the D. They'll hand this to Corey Zinker, and Corey Zinker loses a couple. Great defense by the Rebels. Excellent defense right now by the Rebels. Rebels sideline, very, very excited. Third and very long for the Sabres. The ball marked at the 30-yard line. And again, they're going to have to go to this point and mark to the 13. They got 17 yards to go. It's 3rd and 17. This is a weird part of the field if they don't make the first down. Punting not necessarily advantageous here. Shotgun for a D. A D goes quick on a slant. The ball is caught. And take it down. No first down here for the Rebels. Excuse me, for the Sabres. And we'll go to 4th down. See you on the field, Ari. And John Sharon, excuse me, Ehud Sharon comments to me, see you on the field, Ari. They're expecting a punt. Be careful of the fake here. A D, a tricky thing about the Sabres when it comes to fake punts, a D also is the kicker for the team. So they have the ability to fake the punt more than other teams. Big gust of wind just came in at Kraft Family Stadium, and it almost looks like it's going to rain. Very foggy. It's supposed to rain tonight on Shabbat. This crowd is electric right now, cheering on the Rebels. Get the Rebels play here throughout the year. Here's the D. They're going for it on fourth. The man, it's caught. Jonathan Curran. And the Rebels give up the first down. Holy Toledo. It looked like the Rebels were going to get the ball back, but instead it's first and goal for the Sabres. Again, the dangerous thing with the Diakami, he's the punter on this team as well. As I said, they're more inclined to fake the punt than other teams because the D is both the quarterback and the kicker. So instead of the Rebels getting the ball back, with it tied 6-6, the Sabres on the doorstep of touchdown number 2. It's first and goal from the 5. Sabres jog up to the line. A D in shotgun. Corey Zinker, the man in the backfield. And we're going to have a timeout. The Sabres want to talk it over. We'll take this time to talk over our sponsors. LGI Street Music. Brandon McDougall, one of the sponsors for today's game. Again, LGI Street Music is going to have a huge performance March 28th. That is during Passover. There will be kosher for Passover drinks. So no issues there. Going to have a good time and listen to some great music. Feel the beat. Feel the beat in your body. Kick that mainstream out. Bring that real bass into Checka Thursday. Be ready to bounce with a lot of great lineups. DJ lineups include live entertainment. Again, some of the members performing will be, of course, Brandon McDougall is playing today. Ori Shochat, DJ Didi, Swiss, Ben Jinsey, Yahoo, and much, much more. Pick your poison, as they say. Again, drinks all night. First 10 ladies are free. Entrance, free fee. And then first 10 guys get to talk to those ladies. It's a night we want to remember to forget. Again, March 28th, LGI Street Music. You can find out more about LGI Street Music by clicking on their Facebook page. Go to Facebook, type in LGI Street Music. You'll see a picture of Brandon McDougall there, along with his DJ as well. LGI Street Music this Thursday, March 28th. All right, back to the game. It is first and goal. A D under center. Corey Zinker and McDougall in the backfield. Jonathan Curran, the man on the right. This time they give it to McDougall. McDougall runs left, stays on his feet, taken down by Frankfurter. And the Rebels' defense, McDougall took a hard hit. Took a while for him to get up. Good sportsmanship by Elleros and Frankfurter to pick him up. Frankfurter with that tackle. And McDougall lost about a yard there. So we're on a second and goal. Okay, great, interesting point here. John Sharon says to D, let the clock stop, or let the clock continue so they can go switch fields because we are in the first quarter. IFL Bowl VI is tied 6-6. The Judean Rebels and the Tel-Aviv Sabres, we will switch sides. John Sharon wanted them to run out the clock so they would switch sides and have to deal with the wind a lot less. Again, the wind is traveling. If you've ever been in Kraft Family Stadium and you walk in the entrance, it's traveling to the left. Now the wind will be with the Sabres as opposed to against them. So that is advantageous to do that. And we will be going to second and goal when we resume play. One of our other sponsors is Steve Leibowitz, president of the AFI. That's American football in Israel. That includes flag football, both men's and women's. Also is a co-ed league. And, of course, the tackle as well. So if you're coming to Israel next year and you're looking to get involved with sports, you can certainly do so with flag football and tackle football. And the women's team, again, very, very successful. Jess Zagoskin, one of the celebrities here today, saw her. Lovely Jess, part of the women's team as a coach. And the women's team consistently ranks in the top 5 in the world and goes to tournaments throughout the world as well. We're back here in the second quarter. A D right under center. And they'll give this to McDougall. McDougall runs left. He's staying on his feet. He's up. And that is, are they saying touchdown? Touchdown, Brandon McDougall. Sabres get the lead back. And it really all started with that fake punt. They were able to throw a bomb to Jonathan Curran, and McDougall with his first touchdown of the game. Fudge had the touchdown earlier. McDougall runs left and gets that score pretty easily. So McDougall seems fine. Took a couple minutes between quarters to take a rest. And right now it's 12-6, 11-41 in the second quarter if you're just joining us. This game is on Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Check out our websites, israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. There is a donate button on isn.co.il to help us out with these broadcasts. Here's the D, and the pass is incomplete. D's kicking himself. You know it has man wide open in the right part of the end zone. They did a play-action fake to McDougall, and actually it worked, but the man was overthrown. The pass was overthrown. The D knows it, and it's 12-6. Many times these games come down to the two-point conversions, as I mentioned. So, again, that could be critical. and that could come back to haunt the Sabres depending on what happens in the rest of this game. Again, it's something I will harp on time and time again. John Sharon is notorious for making adjustments. And many times these games the Sabres have been involved in have been close early. He then makes adjustments and takes a huge lead afterwards. The Rebels must make adjustments to the Sabres when they make their adjustments, or it'll be a long day. But so far, game is tied 6-6, 11:39 in the second. And the Sabres kick off after McDougall's touchdown. This ball goes deep. Elias Matuko to receive, and he will let the ball go out of bounds. That's a touchback. That's the first touchback for the Sabres. And the Rebels will take over at their own 15-yard line. Now, their first series, it was a lot of Donnie Eastman passing, not so much running. Brill caught a couple of passes. So we'll see what they do this time around. Donnie Eastman, only 18 years old. Played in the high school league last year, was phenomenal. And this year had an MVP season, is one of the MVP candidates, along with a Diakabi, by the way. And a couple of candidates for Offensive Player of the Year as well played in today's game. Here we go. And Eastman in the shotgun formation. Almost walks. He has so much time. And he's going to try to dance and get by his man. Here comes Donnie, standing on his feet, and finally taken out to the 24-yard line. And they're going to call that a first down. They're going to mark this ball actually the 28. Great run from Donnie Eastman. Picked about 13 yards easily. He walked, and again, the Rebels line is doing a fantastic job of giving Donnie Eastman time for him to scramble to get by his man. And here's 1st and 10. Rebels offense looks spectacular so far. At the 27-yard line, Eastman in shotgun formation. Brill wide out to Donnie's left, along with Arshofsky. Here's Donnie Eastman, and they're going to hand this ball off to James Kine. Kine runs left, and he's taken down by Jonathan Cura. Nothing happening there. They have lost a yard or two. Adam Zinker also with the tackle. Great defensive play of the year. Brill looks to the referee and pulls on his mask, saying he wanted a face mask call. And Brill in the ear of the referee there saying that it was face mask. Again, no huddle for the Rebels. They've been doing this so far all game. Donnie Eastman looks to his wide out and makes a signal. 2 wide outs to Donnie's left, 2 wide outs to the right, no men in the backfield. Donnie runs right, stand on his feet, almost tripped, fall down, gets past Adam Zinker. Here comes Donnie Eastman. The crowd's alive, and Donnie Eastman gets in goal territory, gets to the 8-yard line. Listen to this crowd. First and goal for the Judean Rebels. Donnie Eastman with 2 spectacular runs on this drive. This crowd filling out quite nicely loud. As I mentioned, the president's attendance in Israel, slowing up a lot of traffic, a late arriving crowd, almost like an LA crowd, but Kraft Stadium filled to the capacity, filled to the rafters. Donnie in shotgun formation. Again, no huddle. Levine, the wide out to the left. Donnie's going to take it himself, dance right up the run in the middle, and pick up 3 yards. McMichael with the tackle. And a man down, I believe. No, not everyone is up, but everyone's good. All right, it is 9:54, and it's a timeout. The Rebels take their first timeout. Both teams have taken the timeout up to this point. 3 timeouts per half in the IFL. Again, this game is being brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. ISN.co.il has the donate tab. So if you want to make more broadcasts like this possible in the future, if you're enjoying this broadcast, click on the donate button, which helps pay for our expenses. We look to do other broadcasts in the future. The High School League Championship will occur next week. Also, there are other great things going on Israel sporting-wise. The Maccabi games will happen this summer. So we like to do those broadcasts. And for that to happen, we need help from everyone listening and watching. We hope everyone is enjoying the game. And this has been an exciting one so far. 12-6, Sabres over the Rebels. Game close so far. Donnie Eastman's been spectacular, both passing and running. And we're about ready to go. 2nd and goal, Donnie in the shotgun formation. Zach Miller is in, and he's a wide out to the right. And no one jumped. No, they're going to let this one go. Here's Donnie Eastman, and Corey Zinker tries to get him. Nothing doing. And he's still on his feet, and down goes Donnie. Finally, they got him. Corey Zinker with the sack there. Corey Zinker, actually, very funny there that I think Adam won a claim for that sack, but I believe Corey got him. Adam certainly helped out there. Corey, again, in addition to being tight end, is also playing defense today. And Roy Freeman is talking to Donnie Eastman. There's something off right here. So anyways, that was huge for the Sabres. The Rebels on doorstep of touchdown number 2. And Roy Freeman is saying that Donnie has to change his jersey? We're not sure exactly what is going on, but I'm very, very confused at what's going on. Very confused. His shirt ripped. Okay, so there we go. We're getting some help from the sideline. Donnie Eastman's shirt ripped, and the rules apparently require that he has a shirt that is not ripped. Of course, Donnie's shirt was ripped on that last tackle from Corey Zinker. They were at 2nd and goal. They're now at the 20-yard line at 3rd and goal. So that's a big stand for the Sabres. So far, this game has come down to 2 plays, in my opinion. That play that just occurred with a tackle by Corey Zinker, and the 4th down play where they did the play fake, the punt fake, and got the Sabres, that is, got that stand, that first down, and were able to get a touchdown. Here we are, 3rd and goal. Very windy here. Very windy and a bit foggy almost. A downcast day. As I said, it looks like it's going to rain almost. Here's Donnie in the shotgun. Donnie buys some time. He's going deep. He's got his man in the end zone. The ball is caught. It's caught. Touchdown, Judean Rebels. It's James Kine. This game is tied at 12-12. Listen to this crowd. Donnie Eastman has been spectacular so far. Both running and passing, complete over 50% of his passes, and that ignites this Judean Rebels sideline in this crowd. Yet, even though the Sabres are undefeated 11-0, they had to come on the road for the title game, as the title game is in Kraft Family Stadium. That's where the Rebels play their home games. Big 2-point conversion here. Let's see if they can take the lead. Here's Donnie. And down he goes. Was not able to get the 2-point conversion. Donnie Eastman, by the way, is wearing Tawny Kramer's jersey because of this whole jersey fiasco. This game is tied at 12-12. 9:18 in the second quarter. So far, this game is a lot closer than people expected. It's 12-12. Back and forth. No punts so far. 2 series for each team and 2 touchdowns. There was almost a punt. Again, it's almost a punt, but it was a fake punt. We're right by the Rebels' sideline, by the way, so you may pick up a choice word or two. We apologize. We want to keep this clean and family-friendly. Liron Zamir set to kick off. So far, 2 kickoffs, 2 touchbacks. Liron is the IFL place kicker up to this point. And this season probably will win that award as well. Here's Zamir's kick. This ball may not be a touchback. This ball is going to be returned. That's Fudge. Fudge runs out, stand on his feet. Here comes Fudge. Goodness gracious. And he's stayed on his feet, and he's got a touchdown. There is a flag, though. There's a block in the back, apparently. This ball may be coming back. We'll find out in a moment. That is why it is key in any case for Liron Zamir to make those touchback kicks. Make sure they cannot be returned. There's a lot of yelling and screaming going on. Cheeseburger, who he's the Sabres' #1 fan, has been kicked out of stadiums. He's on the sideline. He is in chat with the referees. So we're going to find out in a moment what's going to happen or not. But that there are a couple flags on the play. You may hear the commissioner say that. Commissioner saying the loudspeaker there. All right, this is not going to be a touchdown, but the Sabres will have this at the Rebels' 17-yard line. That's still a big run for Fudge. And again, that shows you how the little things matter in this game. Liron Zamir's kick had been 5 yards deeper, would have been a touchback, but because it's 5 yards shorter, again, he was kicking against the wind. That caused the opportunity for Fudge to take it to the 17-yard line. Not been for that penalty, it would have been actually a touchdown. Again, this weather, very interesting. It was very hot in the day, now very windy. Okay, all right, I apologize for this confusion. A lot of multiple flags. It looks like they're going to bring the Sabres a lot farther back. I think they're going to be in their own territory. I apologize for that misfact. We will try to get the correct yard line. Okay, they're going to mark this, looks like at the 24. They're in Rebels territory, but the 24, not the 17. So here we go. And Adi runs out right, being chased. And he'll throw this ball incomplete. Adi avoids the sack. We're hearing intentional grounding. Adi was out of the pocket, so it is not intentional grounding. That's why I'm here. So it is 12-12, 8:31 left in the second quarter. I'm right by the Rebels sideline. Rebels very happy with where they're at in this game. Playing well, keeping it competitive. A break here, a break there, and the Rebels would have the lead, actually. We're hearing chants of "Let's go Rebels." And the ball at the 24-yard line. It is 2nd and 10 after Adi's incomplete pass. They'll hand this to Corey Zinker. Corey gets this out to the 22-yard line. Good fake there. They were going fake to Brandon McDougall. They then hand to Corey Zinker, who runs right and gets to the 22-yard line. A tackle made by Zach Miller. Again, this could be Zach Miller's last game as a player in football. I imagine Zach has a tremendous coaching career afterwards if he does end up retiring. Zach's been flirting with retiring for a few years now. MVP of the title game 2 years ago. Corey Zinker, co-MVP along with the Diakami last year. Chance of "Let's go Rebels" from the Rebels faithful on the other side of the field. Adi right under center. Corey Zinker to his left. Jonathan Curran to his left. But they get this to Brandon McDougall. McDougall runs left, and it's a reverse. Back to Jonathan Curran. Jonathan Curran runs out right. He's got daylight. He is in. Touchdown, Tel-Aviv Sabres. The Sabres recapture the league on the reverse. McDougall ran out left and then pitched it back to Jonathan Curran. And Curran was able to run easy for 22 yards on the right sideline and get a touchdown. So 3 touchdowns for the Sabres, one by Fudge, one by Brandon McDougall, and this one by Jonathan Curran. So 3 touchdowns for the Sabres, 2 for the Rebels. This is a big 2-point chance here. So far, no one has completed a 2-point conversion. And right now is 18-12. Here come the Sabres, D right under center, and they're going to hand this one. Trying to go to Brandon McDougall. McDougall taken down. And again, no flags on the field, and another 2-point conversion opportunity wasted. 5 2-point attempts and no attempts made. 0 for 5 in the 2-point department for both ball clubs up to this point. 7:17 left to go in the second quarter. The Tel-Aviv Sabres up 18-12 in IFL Bowl VI. Sabres trying to make history today by being the only team in IFL history to be undefeated in the regular and the postseason. Trying to win 3 out of 4. In addition, not only will this be Zach Miller's last game, this very well could be Diakami's last game as a player. We're hearing rumors about that as well. Adi, the winningest quarterback in IFL history, trying to win 3 out of 4 titles today. Corey Zinker and Adam Zinker are both off to play college football. So this is their last in the game in the IFL until they come back from college. And who knows who will leave or not. Elias Matuko on the catch for the touchback does not take a touchback. Will stand his feet and get out to the 17-yard line. So picked a couple of yards by returning it. Elias is dangerous, very, very fast. And we'll see if that will have a factor in the game. The Rebels trying to answer again. So far, first 2 touchdowns, Rebels able to answer. We'll see if they answer again on tie number 3. Almost feel like calling Donnie Eastman the answer, like Allen Iverson's nickname. Donnie Eastman has been spectacular up until this point, and we'll see if he can. Do the same. We're right in front of the Rebels silent. Let's see. Very interesting. There was a penalty on the kickoff. All right. The Rebels doing very well again. 6:56 left to go in this first half. 18-12. They're still trying to adjust the penalty on the kickoff. Now, Elias ran that out to the 17-yard line, and they're going to mark this at the 23. So they gave an extra 6 yards there. All right, we're about ready to go. This is the 3rd series for the Rebels. Don Eastman's been spectacular. Here he's in the shotgun formation. Brill, a wide out to his left, along with Harshavsky. Kine, the wide out to the right. No men in the backfield again. And Donnie is going to be taken down. I think Donnie wanted to run right up the middle there on the quarterback keeper. And Donnie took a shot. His helmet is off. And talking to the referee, there's no personal foul call or penalty, no flag out there. He lost about 2 yards. And Donnie Eastman very upset with Roy Freeman. And Donnie's coming off the field. This is a very interesting turn of events. So Donnie's fine. Zach Miller puts up 2 fingers. Zach Miller is old enough to be Donnie's father. I hate to say it, but it is. But they're teammates in this game. All right, shotgun formation. They're going to have a new quarterback for this play. It looks like it's James Kine. Kine will run this up the middle and pick up the yards that Donnie lost. Donnie's now going back in. Obviously, for the Rebels to win, Donnie's going to have to play just about every play. But it is 3rd down. This is a critical 3rd down. You don't want to give the ball back to the Sabres and have a chance for them to go up 2 touchdowns. Big 3rd down. Donnie's been clutch up until this point. There's that huge 3rd and goal play in which he got the touchdown. Let's see if Donnie makes the magic again. James Kine, Arshafsky, the wideouts to the left. Here he's the shotgun. He's buying time. He wants to go deep. He's staying on his feet. He might just run this one himself. He gets by his man. He gets by Fudge. Staying on his feet. He's at the 30-yard line. Not the 28, excuse me. He's in Sabres territory. He's short about 2 yards of the 1st down. I would imagine with the nature of the game and the place on the field, the Rebels will go for it on 4th down and not think punt. I think they have to go for it because if they punt it, they won't gain that many yards in any case. So I think they will go for it. Now, interesting situation occurred. There was a penalty, a 5-yard penalty on the Sabres. The Rebels are going to accept that penalty and replay 3rd down. So they actually have another down now. They don't have to think about if they're going for 4th or not. So this ball is at the 28-yard line in Rebels territory. And they're going to have about 7 yards to go for the 1st. Here's Donnie Eastman in the shotgun formation. He's got a lot of time. Now he scrambles out. He's being chased. He'll try to keep himself. And he gets by Adam Zinger's block. What an incredible run. Here's Donnie. He's staying on his feet. He's got 1 man to go. And take it down to the 18-yard line. What an incredible run from Donnie Eastman. About to be taken for a loss. Adam Zinker gave him a shot. And Donnie bounced out and picked up an initial 15 yards after that initial contact. Donnie has been spectacular. John Sharon is not happy with the officials right now, saying there was holding on that play. He said take out the orange blinders. John Sharon is a character, no doubt about it. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Donnie Eastman, the man in the backfield. Again, he's the only one there. He pump fakes, runs out right. He's about to go down, and finally this time he goes down. There's only so many times Donnie Eastman can avoid a sack before eventually taken down. And that time he was sacked by the Sabres. So the Rebels at the 28-yard line still in the Sabres territory. This has been a Donnie Eastman show up to this point. This kid is sensational. Again, he has my vote for the MVP. I am shocked by the Rebels. They have not gone to a running game as far as a running back. There's been no running backs in the field at all through their offensive plays. Donnie Eastman with a lot of time throws a pass, zips it, and it's incomplete. So we'll go to 3rd down. I want to take this time to talk about one of our sponsors, LGI Street Music. Huge performance March 28th, Thursday. If you want to find out more about LGI Street Music, check them out on Facebook. They have a great Facebook page and a lot of great artists. If you're tired of that mainstream music, you want to get something different, you want to feel the beat in your body, knock the mainstream out, check them out, LGI Street Music. A lot of great performers. Brandon McDougall, one of the performers for LGI Street Music. And one of the performers in this game already has a touchdown here. Here's Donnie on 3rd down. He's rolling out right. He's looking for Olszewski. He's going deep. The ball looks like it was tipped. The wind might have hit it, and it's way short. And it looks like the Rebels will call a timeout here on 4th down. Of course, also want to take this time to talk about our websites, IsraelSportsRadio.com and Israel Sports Network. On isn.co.il, there is a donate tab. So if you want more broadcasts like this, if you like what you're hearing and what you're seeing, and you want to see more of that in the future, click on that donate tab to make more broadcasts like this possible. Again, that's on isn.co.il. There's a timeout right now for the Rebels. That's the 2nd timeout of this half, and they have 1 more left to go. Is that correct? Or you have 2 left to go. This is their first one. Okay, we're being told by one of the players it was their last one. My count was 2. Anyway, in any case, this has been a very competitive game. This is a tough call on 4th down. They're at the weird spot of the field. As I mentioned, time and time again, Kraft Family Stadium, this field is 60 yards, not 100. And at the 30-yard line, if you punt it after the return, you won't gain that many yards. And they're going to go for it. 4 wideouts. Arshafsky, Brill, Kine out there. Downey the shotgun formation. This crowd is, for some reason, awkwardly quiet. Perhaps sensing the tension. Here's Donnie, and he's going to punt it. They're not going for it. Let's see what bounce it takes. All right, this ball is down at the 18-yard line. I have to disagree with that call. They only gained 12 yards from that. I disagree with that call. I think they should have gone for it, but I am not the coach. I'm just the broadcaster. Right now, 18-12, 3:27 left to go in this first half. This is IFL Bowl VI between the Judean Rebels and the Tel-Aviv Sabres. Another one of our sponsors, by the way, is the president of the AFI, Steve Leibowitz. AFI does a lot of great programs throughout the entire year, from flag football, both men flag football and women flag football, co-ed flag football. If you are looking to get involved with sports, you're coming to Israel, you want to make some contacts, make some friends, be involved, play, I definitely want to check out the AFI. That's American Football in Israel. Steve Leibowitz has a Facebook page, and so does the AFI. And check out afi.co.il. Here's Adi. He's going to roll right. He's got his man. The ball is caught to Jonathan Curran. He breaks the tackle and is finally taken out of bounds to the 20-yard line. Adi Akami threw a strike to Jonathan Curran. Jonathan Curran, and again, that's his number one target, is Jonathan. So just like that, the Sabres at the 20-yard line with a chance to take a 2-touchdown lead before we go to halftime. 2:50 left to go. Right now, it is 18-12. This weather is very fascinating, very windy. I personally love it. About an hour ago, it was bright, sunny, and very hot, and now it is very cool, very windy, very foggy, and a downcast day. Here's Adi. And Adi gives to Corey Zinker. Corey runs out left and take it down. And he may have picked up a yard or no gain. So we'll go to second and about 9.5. Tackle made by Grossman. Again, this game is also being sponsored by LGI Street Music, March 28th. Huge performance. Definitely want to check it out. Kosher for Passover drinks. First 10 ladies get in for free. First 10 men get to talk to the ladies. Feel the beat in your body. Kick that mainstream out. Check it out. It's Check a Thursday. LGI Street Music. Check out their Facebook page. A lot of great performing artists there. Brandon McDougall, Ori Shachat, Yahoo, much, much more. So check out LGI Street Music. March 28th, Thursday night. You want to party for Shabbat, as I like to do? Then go out to that club and enjoy and have a good time there. LGI Street Music. We're at the 2-minute warning in the IFL. No break, just a stop in the time. And now the Sabres will take a timeout, even though there was just a 2-minute warning. A little bit confused on this play. Rebels sure could use a turnover here. That would certainly change the tide. 18-12, 2 minutes to go left in the first half of IFL Bowl VI. Sabres trying to make history by being the first team in IFL history to go undefeated in the regular and postseason. And they're trying to win 3 out of 4 titles. Rebels trying to win 2 out of 3. And this game so far has been played very, very well. Turnover-free. Not a lot of mistakes. Donnie Eastman has been fantastic, both in the passing and running end, and Adiakami has certainly played well. In addition, both quarterbacks playing great today. Rebels have not done much of a running back game. The Sabres, though, have featured Corey Zinker and Brandon McDougall exclusively. McDougall with a touchdown already, along with Fudge and Jonathan Curran. All right, we're about set to go after the timeout. This is from the 19-yard line. And Adi has some time, and he's going to give this to Brandon McDougall. McDougall goes backwards. He dodges another tackle and then runs back out of bounds. That was a lot of work and a lot of time for no yards. And they're going to call this at 1:50 left to go here in the first half. McDougall walks out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Sabres not taking a lot of time in the huddle. A Grossman back in the ballgame for the Rebels. Huge win here. See if they decide not to pass for this win. This win is intense. They do in the backfield. And a deep buying some time. He's going deep. He's going for the end zone. He has his man. The ball is incomplete. And there's a flag. That ball was trying to go to Fudge. And there was a flag there. Grossman with the defense. We're going to find out in a moment who this penalty is against. That was on third down. It looks like it'll be against the Sabres. And this is an offensive pass interference. That will push the Sabres back 10 yards. Sabres may be in a position where they're going to have to punt themselves. Unless the Rebels want to not decline the penalty. No, they're going to take it. So I believe we'll repeat third down. But this time the ball, I believe, will mark to the 30-yard line. They need to get to the 10. All right, Yeshaya Brill's telling offense, let's get ready to go. The idea thinking it's fourth down and that the defense will get a stop, and then it will be Rebels' ball. All right, after some confusion, it appears the Rebels will not take the penalty and go to fourth down and have 4th and 10. I actually agree with that thinking. I think because if you stop them here, if you stop them right here, then you're getting the ball back with about a minute to go and one timeout. And the way Don Eastman's been throwing, that could signal another touchdown. But Adia Kami will have something to say about that before we get to that point in time. Jonathan Karan and Corey Zinker, the wideout to the right. And Adia Kami, the man in the backfield. Shotgun formation, Adi, pump fakes, being chased. They may get him here. He's running, throws at the end. The ball is caught, but there's a flag. There is a big flag and a lot of confusion. Cheeseburger is livid. Cheeseburger is behind the players screaming and yelling. We don't know what Cheeseburger is upset about. A lot of confusion. 2 flags there. Initially, all right, it is Rebels' ball. The penalty is against the Sabres. The Rebels will have, as I said, 1 minute to go in this first half to try to tie or take the lead. Who would have thunk it in Israel Bowl VI? Israel Bowl VI between the Judean Rebels and the Tel-Aviv Sabres is being brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Check out their websites, israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. Click on the Donate tab to help support broadcasts in the future on isn.co.il. If you like what you're hearing and if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more of these types of broadcasts in the future, help us out with our expenses and our costs by clicking on the Donate button. Let's see what Donnie Eastman can do with a minute to go. Let's see if he can make some magic happen. Here's Donnie, and he is going nowhere, but there's a flag. There is a lot of anger on both sidelines of the referees right now. A lot of tension here. We'll find out in a moment who this flag is against. The Rebels need to go 40 yards to try to tie this game. And they're going to have a chance to do so. We'll get this referee mess straightened out. The game is being brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network, but sponsored by President of the AFI, Steve Leibowitz. That penalty, by the way, is the flag's picked up, so we'll go to second down. It'll be 2nd and 10. The game is being sponsored by AFI President Steve Leibowitz and LGI Street Music's Brandon McDougall. You're coming to Israel next year if you listen to this broadcast in the United States, like many, many of you are, and want to play football, whether it be flag football, it be tackle football. Check out the AFI, that's American Football in Israel. They have their own Facebook page and afi.co.il. Steve Leibowitz has his own personal Facebook page if you'd like to contact him directly. Again, that's the AFI, American Football in Israel. Here's Donnie Eastman, the shotgun formation, and that ball, he was trying to go to Arshavsky. Arshavsky was not looking up. Ball was a bit thrown. Donnie Eastman is upset at his man, and Arshavsky looked up. That very well could have been 6. He was running straight. That was a great shot there. Now, Rebels in an interesting predicament. 38.9 to go in the first half. It's third down. If they don't complete it, they will have to punt. I imagine it would not be enough time for the Sabres to get another touchdown. But just something to keep in mind. I think the Rebels need to think touchdown themselves, even though it's 3rd and 10. They're going to have 40 yards to go. But with Donnie Eastman, they could get that done in under 40 seconds. Chance of defense from the Sabres sideline. Big third down here. Here's Donnie being chased by Corey Zinker, being run out. He is still on his feet. How did he do that? He dodged 2 tackles. He's still standing on his feet. Here comes Donnie Eastman. It's the Donnie Eastman show. And we have a pitch back to Perez. The Rebels sideline's excited. Oh my goodness, Donnie Eastman, genius. He pitches the ball back and keeps the play alive. They actually call it a fumble recovery and not a pitchback. But I think Donnie did that on purpose. That's what I think. Ball at the 30-yard line. The clock will not start until the ball goes down. The Rebels have one more timeout, is my understanding. This is at Donnie Eastman's throwing range, folks. This game could be tied in a matter of moments. And again, no two-point conversions have been converted. 0 for 5 for both ball clubs. And the Rebels take the timeout here. They are now out of timeout, so it's very key. If there is a pass completed that is not a touchdown, the receiver must get out of bounds to stop the clock. So time is a factor here. 25 seconds to go in the first half of IFL Bowl VI. Donnie Eastman, the shotgun formation. Chance of defense from the Sabres sideline. This crowd is into it now on both levels, on both sides, of both fan bases. Here's Donnie. He's going to keep it himself. Here he goes. He's staying on his feet and picked up to the 22-yard line. Rebels yelling no timeouts. They say they got to go. 14 seconds. 13. 11. 10. 9. They're going to have to hurry here. And now John Sharon very upset here. John Sharon, now Kowalski gets to the John Sharon. John Sharon is screaming about this penalty timeout issue. Now, on that last play, Donnie Eastman spiked the ball. 7.2 seconds left. Third down, that's really irrelevant at this point. They're going to have to go through the touchdown here because if they get a completion short of the touchdown, this clock's going to run out. All right, Foreman is in. Number 85, big part of the Rebels' success this year. Arshafsky, the man to the right. And James Kine. Referees whistle here. We'll quiet things down. They want to mark this ball right at the 20-yard line. The wind pushed the ball back a bit. Crowd a bit quiet right now in this confusion, but now we're ready to go. 7.2 seconds left. And this should be the last play of the first half. 18-12 is the score. Donnie in the shotgun. We're set. Here we go. Donnie does a quick slant. The ball is almost intercepted. But this will not be the last play of the first half. I think Donnie wanted to go to Foreman, have him run out of bounds at the 15-yard line, and then get a quicker shot to go to the end zone. But that ball was almost intercepted. The Rebels will have one more chance. They score here. The Sabres will kick themselves on dropping that interception ball. And here we go. This will be the last play of the first half. Here's Donnie in shotgun. He's being chased and staying on his feet. I don't know how he did it. Donnie staying on his feet. He's going to go. He's going to pass this ball. This ball is caught. The ball is caught by James Kine. There's a flag on the field. We'll find out in a moment what happened. We are trying to see if this flag is coming back. What an incredible pass. Donnie Eastman was at his own 20, ran around 20 yards in and then threw it. They say no flag, I believe. Roy Freeman's coming out. All right, it's a penalty. That touchdown is no good. That touchdown is no good. That penalty was against the Rebels, and since we're in the first half, I'm still trying to figure out what that penalty was. We'll try to, do we know what the penalty was? Okay, so they're saying that Donnie was ahead of the line of scrimmage. Very, very close in any case, but what a spectacular play. Donnie Eastman has been fantastic. This is halftime of IFL Bowl VI. Our score is 18-12. I don't know how many of you thought this game would be this close. This game has been fantastic. We've seen a little bit of everything. This game is being brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. By the way, I just have to comment before I continue. Cheeseburger is in the referee huddle talking to the referees. And as much as I like Cheeseburger, he really doesn't have any business being involved in that. I told Cheeseburger before the game started he can come find me if he would like to have an interview at halftime. We'll see if he takes me up on that offer. 18-12 so far. This game is being brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Check out our websites, israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. On isn.co.il, there is a donate tab. If you'd like to make more broadcasts like this possible for us to do in the future, go ahead and click on that tab and donate some of your funds. We are happy to bring this to you. We do have our expenses, obviously, and we would like to see if we can do more of this in the future. We'll try to get you some interviews at halftime. We'll see what will occur. But I will say this has been a fantastic game. As much as this has been broadcasted by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network, our sponsors are AFI President Steve Leibowitz and LGI Street Music's Brandon McDougall. Brandon played in the game and playing later. We're being joined now by the IFL's best receiver, Benjamin Schultz. Benjamin, how you doing?
Thank God, doing good.
You look great. Everything looks good. By the way, you guys played in the playoffs against the Rebels. Very emotional after the game. Obviously, I was a little worried you're going to retire. You're going to play next year, right?
I'm definitely playing.
Okay.
I don't end. I don't quit.
All right, great. So you got to see the Rebels twice this year. Got to see the Sabres once. This game a little bit different than I think what a lot of people expected. Give us your thoughts of the game.
Listen, this is the finals, so it should be a good game. Everyone came at it thinks the Sabres are going to kill them, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like it's the finals and should be a good game at it.
It seems something with the final game has an ability to make this game closer. So that's maybe what's going on. Now, what I'm surprised, looking at the Rebels, they have not had one play where they've had a running back in the backfield. Whenever they run, they go to Donnie Eastman. Do you like that, or would you change it up in the second half?
When you got Eastman on your team, you don't really need anything else.
Right. So it is. He's been fantastic. That play at the end when the referees ruled he crossed the line of scrimmage, you were closer than I was. What did you think?
I think he crossed the line.
Okay, so you thought it was a fair call.
He crossed the line, yeah, that was a fair call.
All right, we'll leave you out in this one. What do you see happening in the second half?
I just want a good game and a clean game.
All right, well said, well spoken. Benjamin Schultz, IFL's best receiver. We're here on Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Get IsraelSportsRadio.com and ISN.co.il. We'll try to get some more interviews for you folks. A bit of a hectic situation with everything going on. A lot of celebrities in the crowd, and we'll try to get people as much as we can. Okay, let's see if Paul. We're going to get an interview with Paul Hirschberger. He is the director of the documentary Touchdown Israel. That was about last year's IFL championship, IFL season. So we're being joined now by Paul Hirschberger. Paul, I get to interview now. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Now, tell us a bit about your trip to Israel, why you came back this time around, and what are you doing here?
Well, I came back to see you, Ari.
Absolutely.
Because in my mind, Israel, Ari Lewis, synonymous.
I'll take that. I hope everyone's watching and listening to that, so pay attention to that.
Watching and listening.
Now, is this a little weird that you're at this game? This game is not about your film, so you're here kind of as a football fan more.
Well, football fan, I'm a fan of the IFL, of course, and I'm here to finish up, getting the shots that I need to finish my film.
Do you think, were the players perhaps distracted during championship week, having you around and filming them and talking to them?
Distracted? I don't know. They seem to be playing quite well.
I agree. Yeah, this game has been fantastic. Played well on a lot of different levels. But you did get to interview Corey this week at Adam, correct?
I did get to see the Zinker brothers do their hair. The famous red mohawk. That was really quite something.
Yeah.
And then also I've been interviewing people all over the place. I went up to Betzalal's home, in the settlement, and he and Avi granted me an interview. It was very nice. I've spent a little bit of time with Yonah Mashan and his lovely family. All these guys that I have filmed in the movie. For the movie, I've been able to spend some time with, so it's been great.
And, of course, you also got to film me and Commissioner Uriel Sturm at my studio. How was that?
That was great, and that's a secret. We can't really talk about that.
Okay, fine. We won't talk about what happened, right?
That's my secret song.
Okay, right. So we'll keep that under. We won't talk about it, but we did have a good time, obviously. And what do you look in the second half? This is not what a lot of people expected, but here we are in a close game.
Right. I know that for sure that the Sabres thought that it would be much more of a blowout, but I think it's a good game, and that's what football in Israel is all about. You can't count on anything here. Anything can happen.
Right. Any given Friday, as we like to say in the IFL, or Thursday night or Saturday night, what have you. And we'll leave you out with this. What are your plans to come back? Why don't you come back already?
Hopefully I come back. My triumphant return will be with my film and showing it in Jerusalem and in Tel Aviv. That's what I'm looking to do.
All right, we'll get you to Effie 1 minute. Congratulations on a great film. I know it's not officially completed, but everything you got so far is fantastic, and I want it to be in Sundance, other fun festivals.
Thank you.
We're expecting big things from it. So thank you very much for your time, and I'll talk to you at the end of the game. Thank you, Paul. All right, Rebels. Yes, Effie.
Just one thing quickly. The replay showed Donnie was not over the line.
Oh, is that right?
That was a bad call.
All right.
Should be a tie game.
All right, hold on. Wait 1 second. Hold on. We got to ask you a quick question. Here's something I want to know, Effie. The Rebels have not had a single man in the backfield in their running plays at all. It's only been Donnie Eastman. Would you put Zach Miller in the running back guy and have him run?
I would. I just hope his bones don't break. They're fragile at that age.
All right, that's Effie. That's the Rebels' #1 fan. Rebels saying that the replay shows that Donnie Eastman was not past the line of scrimmage. That should have been a touchdown. That could decide the game. We're with referee Roy Freeman. Let's talk about that play at the end, the past the line of scrimmage. What was the thinking there?
It was an illegal forward pass. That's all. He was over the line. Was supposed to go to the Sabres because it was fourth down and loss of down, but the time goes off, and that's halftime.
The line of scrimmage, I believe, was the 21 or 22. You went to the 20?
Don't ask me for it. I can't tell you. I can't tell.
For sure, you were right there. You're the one who made the call, right?
No, I didn't make the call, but both the line judges made the call. Okay. They both threw the flags for over the line. It was twice, both for the Rebels and the Sabres as well in the previous drive.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, this has been one entertaining game. We'll see if it rains, see if it's windy, but great job.
It's windy as hell. It's windy as hell. A good game, windy as hell. Let's hope for a good game for the second half.
Absolutely.
Overtime? Who knows?
Who knows? Roy Freeman, head referee today, in today's game. Great job, Roy. All right, so again, because this is a Jewish country, we have different opinions. Effie's saying that the indication was it was not past the line of scrimmage. Roy Freeman says it was past the line of scrimmage. That will be a hotly contested play. If it does come down to a touchdown, we will have to take a look later on and find out what happened on that particular play. But at this point, it's 18-12, and that's the score that will stand at halftime. We're set in a few minutes to have the kickoff for the second half. Thanks in the halftime show for interviewing Benjamin Schultz, Paul Hirschberger, Effie, and head referee today's game, Roy Freeman. Want to remind everybody about our sponsors, LGI Street Music's Brandon McDougall. Huge show March 28th, Thursday. Kosher for Passover drinks. First 10 ladies get in free. First 10 guys get to talk to those 10 ladies. You want to feel the music in your body. You want to knock that mainstream out. Get involved with LGI Street Music. A lot of great performers will be performing on that night, Thursday night. Ori Shachat, Brandon McDougall, DJ Didi, Jinsey, Yahoo, and much, much more. Check that out March 28th. Check out LGI Street Music on Facebook. They have their own Facebook page. And, of course, this game is our co-sponsor, the president of the AFI, Steve Leibowitz. Steve is doing some broadcasting with Itai Ashkenazi. So we thank Steve for helping make this broadcast possible. And once again, as I will say several times in the second half, if you want more broadcasts in the future, click on that Donate Now button. And here's the lovely Jessica Goskin up and out with Gatorade for the Rebels fans, Rebels players. Jess, can we interview? Lovely Jessica Goskin here. Jess, what are your thoughts of the game so far? I think this is a lot more competitive than we thought.
Yeah, I absolutely think it's much more competitive. I'll tell you, I think that the biggest game changer over here is Donnie Eastman playing quarterback for the Rebels. I think it's very, very difficult to contain him, but I think that he's got to start passing in the second half because they're starting to pick up on that, and his line's not holding for him right now.
I keep commenting on this, that there's been no men in the backfield at all for the Rebels, no running backs. What would you change that?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think that they're relying on Eastman to take it, and he has. He's completely taken control of this game. But if the defense, they're going to shut him down second half, I think, if they're going to make any changes, and he's got to look to pass first.
The play at the end of the first half, this has been hotly contested, debated. In your eyes, was he past the line of scrimmage?
I have to be honest, I did not have a great view of it, but if that's what the call on the field was, you have to respect it, I guess.
Yeah, we had, of course, it's a Jewish country. We had one person tell me that was not. He saw the TV screens. Roy Freeman said it for sure was past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, actually, in the box, they were saying that the replay on TV was showing that he was not over the line.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't really say for certain. I didn't see it, so.
Wow. All right. Well, that will be huge in any case. What's your Oh, well, sorry. We're about to start the second half. What's your prediction real quick?
My prediction, actually, I think the Rebels are going to take it. They're going to change their game plan, and they're going to start passing a little bit more on offense, and we'll see if the Sabres will change anything on defense.
All right. Lovely. Lovely, Jessica. Thank you. All right, we're about to go second half, 18-12. As I said at the top of this broadcast, something about this title game has a way of making these games close. For whatever reason, 5 IFL Bowl games so far, they've all been close. This one is not different up to this point. A lot of people thought the Sabres would be blowout city, and in any case, bad call, not bad call, a few yards, and this game is tied. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. Donnie Eastman has been great as expected. Diakami, no disappointment as well. And we'll see what happens here. The Rebels will get the ball first. They will have a chance, and they have a lot of momentum going in. They have then those 2 touchdowns and the great drive before. Donnie Eastman did all of that with under a minute. He took his team with almost a touchdown in under a minute. He's going to have a lot more time now as we're beginning the second half. 2 12-minute quarters to go left in the IFL season. This kickoff goes deep. Elias Matuko will not be able to return it. The Rebels will start the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 15. So sensational game up to this point. Weather not as hot as expected. This weather is nice and cool. It looks like a winter's day, even though we're at March 22nd. Also a reminder, tomorrow is my birthday. I'm turning 30, so congratulations to me. All right, we're about ready to go. Donnie Eastman, the man in the shotgun. No men in the backfield for the running back. It looks like that's the way they'll keep it. Brill wide out to Donnie's left along with Arshowski. James Kine and Foreman, the man to the right. Quick slant pass. This is complete to Kine. Kine's going to run right and get to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6, so we'll go to 2nd and 4. Donnie Eastman is about as accurate as a quarterback can be in this league. Directly to his receivers in stride, which helps them get those extra yards after the catch. The yak, as they like to say. Shout out to my good friend Andy Gershman, by the way, who's listened to us in Silver Springs. Here's Donnie in the shotgun formation. Brill in the left. Arshowski also to his left. The 2 to the left. And Kine to his right. Pump fakes. Donnie almost tackled, brought down, and finally brought down at the 21. His forward progress stopped, and the Rebels sideline is screaming for a personal foul, a hit after. No flags at this point. So it looks like no gain, and it'll be 3rd and 4. Donnie's a tough kid. He's been taking a couple of good shots, good hits. There was a play in the first half where Adam hit him really hard, and nevertheless, he continued and got 10 yards after that vicious hit from Adam Zinker. Donnie had to come out of the play also because he took a hit to the head. Other than that, he's played every single play of this game. Donnie will take it himself. He runs out right. He's staying on his feet. Let's see if he gets up for the first. Flag flies from the sideline. Brill looks at the referee like, what was that about? Zinger with the tackle. All right. That penalty is for the Rebels. You hear the Rebels chanting here. It was a face mask against the defense. Donnie got enough for the first down, and now they'll get an extra 10 yards. So the ball, just like that, they're at the 22-yard line of Sabres territory. And the Rebels on the doorstep of tying this game, potentially taking the lead if they can convert a 2-point conversion. I told Iran Kozo Zamir the game could come down to him. He is their place kicker. It very well could come down to him. Not just in a potential field goal situation, but an extra point situation. They're on Zamir, the all-IFL place kicker from last season. And this season, I expect him to be on that team as one have their word. I tell you, Brill's done a great job all day in motivating his team and keeping his team in check with his emotions. Brill, very experienced member of the Rebels, was on the title team 2 years ago, one of the few members of the Rebels on the title team. All right, here's the Rebels at the 22-yard line. Donnie Eastman in the shotgun formation. Low snap. Donnie being chased. Chased again, staying on his feet. He's running out. He's got a lot of time to go to Arshowski. That ball is complete. Arshowski breaks the tackle by Fudge, staying on his feet and taken out to the 18-yard line. Donnie Eastman's done a great job of making yards out of nothing. Instead of being sacked for a 15-yard loss, he completes a pass and gets a 4-yard gain. And they're going to spot this ball they'll spot this at the 19-yard line. So 3-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 7. Need to get to the 12-yard line for the first down. No huddle for the Rebels. Again, this would not be traditional formula of how to beat the Sabres team. The idea would be to milk the clock and keep the offense off the field. They've gone unconventional, but so far up to this point, it's worked. Kine in motion, Elias Matuko in the game, the wide out to the right. But Donnie will keep himself right out left. Here comes Donnie Eastman. He goes out to the 12-yard line, and he should have just enough for the first down. Donnie pushed out of bounds at the Rebel sideline. And it looks like enough with the tackle on with Gilad Shalem. And that is good enough for the first down. They'll mark this ball at the 11 on the doorstep of the goal line, so the Rebels can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Rebels are rolling right now, 9:16 left in the third. Capacity crowd at Kraft Family Stadium. Brill, the tight end to the left. Elias Matuko out to the right. And here's Donnie in shotgun formation. Donnie's got a ton of time. He's standing there. He's moving. And here he comes. Donnie runs right, and he's taken out. Looks like right at the 3-yard line. And the Sabres sideline is complaining about holding. I have to tell you, if I'm in the Sabres sideline, I am very nervous. Their perfect season in jeopardy. That run by Donnie Eastman, as I said, good enough for the first down, not the touchdown. Nope, I apologize, not good enough for the first down. They're going to roll this. They will rule this at second down at the 2-yard line. So they can theoretically get a first down, not a touchdown by 1 yard. They can get 1 yard, they'll have a first down. Donnie Eastman's show so far, living up to expectations. They can't stop him when he runs right or left. Here's Donnie. Pump fakes, being chased. He's got daylight. I think this is a touchdown, folks. Just missed the touchdown. Half-yard line. Jonathan Curran. All right, that's a bit confusing. It looks like I thought he got enough for the first. They're going to call this third down. They marked this ball at the 2. I thought enough for the first. Actually, they'll mark this at the 2.5-yard line. Third down here. By the way, Cheeseburger has been relegated to the audience level, not in the sideline. They've kicked him from the sideline because of the noise he's made with the referees. Here's Donnie Eastman in shotgun formation. He'll take it himself, run to the middle. And he has enough for the first, I believe, this time. That's a first down. That's a huge play for the Rebels. They're now going to have 4 chances to get a yard. 7:52 to go in the third quarter. The score is 18-12. The Sabres have the lead over the Judean Rebels. Sabres 11-0. Their undefeated streak on the line. This is very much a nail-biter game. I want to say hi to Coach Larry Ginsburg, spending time with his grandchildren. Ginsburg was coach last season. Interesting play. I talked about needing a man in the backfield. They brought Zach Miller in for a short play, and he fumbled the snap a bit low. So this is 2nd and goal. No huddle for the Rebels. This ball is being marked at the 4. And maybe Donnie needed a play off, but I would just have Donnie run it. Zach Miller's in as a wide out, along with Shia Brill to Donnie's left. To his right is Kine and Elias Matuko. Donnie's had a lot of protection all night, all day long. Here's Donnie. Plenty of time still. He's going to run right. He's staying on his feet. He's got to bomb this one to get out of it. All right, Sabres are claiming a intentional grounding, and the Rebels will argue that there was a receiver there. That's a huge play because if that's the case, no, they're going to pick the flag up. Okay, they're not calling an intentional grounding. John Cherver upset about that. I think there was a man there. There was a man close enough. This is 3rd and goal for 4. That was huge, by the way, because had they called that intentional grounding, they would have marked that ball back to the 15. All right, the Rebels, this easy touchdown is a little bit more difficult than for first appearance. Here's Donnie in the shotgun formation. 4 wideouts to the left, no one to the right. My guess is Donnie will run right. Donnie runs left. He's got daylight. He is still on his feet. Adam Zinker, the reigning defensive player of the year. And they push out the 2. I'll tell you, if the Sabres win this game, they will go back to the stand. The Rebels had 4 plays, or so far have had 3 plays from their 1, and have not been able to finish the deal and cash it in. This could be the play of the game right here. It's early in the 3rd, but this is a huge momentum swing. The Rebels must figure out a way to get this in. Ball marked at the 3. Let's see what happens. 4 wideouts, no man in the backfield. It's Brill and Elias to the right. And Kine to the left. Donnie hit. The ball rolls out of bounds. And turnover on downs. Whoa! Holy goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. This ball's going to stay here, folks. They called defensive holding. That's an automatic first down. John Sharon is absolutely livid. He is yelling swear words. Hopefully this did not get picked up on the broadcast. John Sharon is livid, and someone just kicked a cone on the field. A D picks that up and brings it out before the referees call anything. Well, I would not want to be around John Sharon right now if I had virgin ears, as they like to say. All right, here is Eastman in the shotgun. Plenty of downs now, and Eastman almost gets it in. They cannot cash this touchdown in. They've had 5 plays to do so and have not been able to do so. 5:39 in the third. Very fast-moving third quarter. This is the only series so far in this quarter has been the Rebels. A reminder to check out isn.co.il, click on the donate button, and make more broadcasts like this possible in the future. We hope you folks are enjoying this at home. This is a good one here at Kraft on a very windy day in Jerusalem. Here's Donnie in the shotgun formation. He's going to take it himself. This time, Donnie gets in. Touchdown, Judean Rebels. This game is tied. It took them 6 tries, but they finally got in. Some beneficial referee calls to their advantage, and they get to their touchdown. This game is tied at 18. And they're going for 2 as opposed to having LeBron kick the extra point. That could come to bite them. We'll see. Again, at this point, 0 for 5 on 2-point conversions for both ball clubs. Let's see if they kick it in here and take the lead. So far, the Rebels have not had a lead in this ball game. Here's Donnie. Shotgun, quick. Foreman, it's complete. 2-point conversion is good. The Rebels take the lead, 20-18. This crowd is livid. The upset of the century is upon us. Long, long way to go. A long way to go, but the Rebels are ecstatic. This getting over the hill of taking the lead may be the key for the Rebels to get this victory. This is Cinderella at its finest. The Rebels in the regular season 5-5, a 500 record, and in the first round of the playoffs, they just narrowly beat the Jerusalem Lions. In the second round, they get the upset victory over the Tel-Aviv Pioneers. Now these referees are really upset at the Sabres and the coaching staff, and I think they're going to call a penalty on them. We're going to find in a moment, but John Sherrod has been loud and livid throughout the game and really, really exploded on that last series of events for the Rebels. All right, they're going to move this ball up to the 20-yard. The penalty is called on the Sabres sideline for the way they've been speaking to the referees. Howie Oyster is not going to take any of that. Roy Freeman is the head referee today. Excuse me, I keep making that mistake. I apologize. Roy Freeman is the head referee today and has been doing a fantastic job, in my opinion. Of course, if you're the Sabres right now, you don't think so. I think at the end of the day, all these calls will even out. Here's the kick from Liran Kozuz-Amir. This is a touchback. Yes. Now, if you recall, on the third kick, that at this point, Liran Kozuz-Amir has kicked 4 times, 3 of them touchbacks. The one that was not was returned deep by Jonathan Curran and to the 22-yard line of the Rebels territory. So it's very critical that they do that kick. 3 touchbacks out of 4 up to this point. He just pointed at me, asked if I watched it. Sure I did. I'm broadcasting it, kid. All right, 20-18, 4:41 left to go with the third. The underdog Rebels, Cinderella Rebels, with the lead. We're getting close to the fourth quarter here. We'll see if the Sabres can respond. Up to this point, the Sabres have scored the touchdown first, and the Rebels responded. At this point, the Sabres will have to respond being down by 2 points. capacity crowd in Kraft Fam Stadium. I see Ofri Becker directly across from me enjoying for the IFL. They're playing for the trophy in his namesake. McDougal in the backfield. This is the first time in the second half that the Sabres have had the ball. Hand out McDougal. McDougal stopped. Down goes Brandon McDougal. Now the Rebels say that he fumbled it, but no doing there. Zach Miller, Eli Raz, Lowerbaum, and Grossman did some tremendous defensive work to keep McDougal in check. This ball is marked at the 11-yard line, a loss of 4 for McDougal, and we're going to 2nd and 16. It's possible the Sabres took this team a bit too lightly. I would be lying to you if I said I wasn't shocked that we're at this point in this game with this score. Screen pass to the right. That's Jonathan Curran. Curran staying on his feet. He dodges the tackle. Here comes Jonathan, and he's got daylight, and he's got a touchdown. That was a 49-yard touchdown pass. Jonathan Curran took that screen pass. That's been a D's #1 target throughout the entire year. He took that screen pass and did the rest himself. 49-yard touchdown pass, 49-yard after the catch on the gap. There is a flag on the play. All right, it's against the Rebels. Obviously, that's going to be declined. Wait 1 second here. I would like to know why there is no two-point conversion. All right, they did a quick two-point conversion. I did not get a chance to see it. All right, it is 26-20. That was a little bit confusing on what occurred. Touchdown by Jonathan Curran. And this kickoff is an automatic touchback. Elias not able to return it as it sails over his head. Rebels with a chance to respond. There was a lot of energy and momentum taken out of the sails, a lot of wind taken out of the sails of the Rebels by that touchdown, because they just stopped Brandon McDougal, and they were at 2nd and 14. But Donnie Eastman's been able to respond to this point. I'll have to do so here, 26-20. 3:13 left in the third quarter. This game is being brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Check out our websites, israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. Oh, down goes Donnie! Adam Zinker with the sack. Rating Defensive Player of the Year from Scottsdale, Arizona. Donnie Eastman pushed back at his own 2. Adam jumped up in the air and clocked him. This game is a game of momentum. Momentum switch very quickly, changes very quickly. It just changed in the doorstep of the Tel-Aviv Sabres. Let's see if Donnie can get out of this one. Donnie in his own end zone. Throws quick. Elias Matuko. Excuse me, that was James Kine. Kine goes out to the 11-yard line and then pushed to the fans area into the stands. And he looks a bit shaken up, but he comes back onto the field and ready to go for third down. They have to go to the 25-yard line for the first down. Ball marked at the 11, so that's 14 yards to go. Israel Bowl VI between the Judean Rebels and the Tel-Aviv Sabres. Sabres trying to be the first team in IFL history to go undefeated in both the regular season and the postseason. Last year the Lions were undefeated in the regular season, but were blown out by the Tel-Aviv Pioneers. Here's Donnie, and I'm starting to get the feeling that Donnie is running out of lives, as they like to say, like a cat has 9 lives, because there's only so many times Donnie can chase those defenders and get by them. This time taken down at his 10. So it's 4th and 15, and Leron will come on to kick. Fudge is back to return. Fudge standing at his own 12. The Sabres will have a chance to add on to this lead. They're up by 6 points. Let's see if it's not a fake. It is not. Here's Kozo's kick. Fudge is going to return this at his own 20. Let's see what Fudge can do. Fudge runs out left. He's got some daylight. huge wind just hit us. He's still staying on his feet. Fudge is still on his feet, and that's a touchdown. And just like that, the Sabres go for being down 2 points and being pushed back at 2nd and 14. And now they're on the verge of going up 14 points, just like that. Right now it's 32-20. Right now 32-20, 1:26 left to go in the third quarter. This fourth quarter will be interesting and entertaining to say the least. 2-point conversion about to be underway in a matter of moments. And for some reason, I don't hear the Sabres complain about the referees anymore. Corey Zinker in the backfield. And a D, and perhaps his final game as a player in the IFL. Under center. He rolls out right. He's got his man. And it's complete. Sabres complete their first 2-point conversion. Excuse me, second 2-point conversion. Flags at the end of the play. That's for the Rebels. That'll be declined. And just like that, it's 34-20. We're going to take this time to remind everyone about our sponsors. The game's being brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. The game is being sponsored by the president of the AFI, Steve Leibowitz. If you want to find out more about the AFI, check out their website, afi.co.il. They also have a Facebook group. Steve Leibowitz has his own personal Facebook page. If you're coming to Israel next year and you want to get involved with flag football or tackle football, that's the place to go. AFI stands for American Football in Israel. Kraft family is part of that. Mr. Robert Kraft, the CEO of the New England Patriots. The Patriots logo in the middle of the field, of the 6-yard field at the 30-yard field. And we thank Steve Leibowitz for helping sponsor this broadcast. Also, LGI Street Music's Brandon McDougall. Brandon has a performance on March 28th, Thursday. And a lot of great things there, a lot of great artists, of course. This is a touchback. The Rebels will take over at the 15-yard line. At this performance on March 28th, this is non-mainstream music. So if you want to knock the mainstream out, you want to have a great, great time, feel the beat in your body, then you need to check a Thursday. Check this out Thursday, March 28th, kosher for Passover drinks. First 10 ladies get in for free. First 10 men get to talk to those 10 ladies. In addition to Brandon McDougall performing, there's other great artists as well. Ben Jinsey, Yahoo, and much, much more. Ori Shochat and DJ Didi. This ball is complete to Foreman. Nope, they are saying it is incomplete. We'll go 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line. Donnie Eastman has been sensational up to this point. His Superman came a bit pulled off on that last series. But let's see what he can do here. He'll have to respond. We're almost to the fourth quarter. Big series for the Rebels. They do not want to put themselves in a position to potentially go down 3 scores. That would, of course, it was 2 years ago. The Rebels came back from 3 scores against Yonah Mashon's Lions team. This time it's Donnie. Donnie runs up the middle, a little to the right. Little extracurricular activity afterwards. Saw Adam Zinker get pushed. No flags on that. They'll let the boys be boys and let the players play. Ball marked at the 18-yard line. Donnie picked up 3 on that one, so we're going to go to 3rd and 7. Rebels need to get to the 25-yard line for the first down. And that will signal most likely the end of the third. Let's see if the Rebels get a playoff before the third quarter ends, or they want to switch sides of the field. And that is the end of the third quarter. They did not get the hike off in time. They will switch sides of the field. And that's the end of the third. We're going to the fourth quarter, folks. Tel-Aviv Sabres 34, the Judean Rebels 20. Long way to go. We'll have 12 minutes at the end. 12 minutes left in the IFL season. This game is on Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Our websites are israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. Fantastic game up until this point. Thank you for tuning in to us. We understand we have a large contingent of IFL fans from Vermont all huddling together, listening in, watching in. We appreciate the support. We hope you're enjoying the game as much as we are here in Jerusalem. Late arriving crowd to President Obama's visit here to Jerusalem, but it's filled to the rafters and capacity. Standing room only at this point. We see Cheeseburger still chatting up. Donnie, the quick slider, James Clyde. Here comes Clyde. He's standing on feet. It's James time. James to the 20-yard line. First down for the Judean Rebels. This is a game of momentum, and the momentum is swinging back to the Judean Rebels side. Great catch. Again, Donnie's been doing an excellent job of hitting his receivers in stride, so they're able to get the yards after the catch. No huddle for the Rebels. It's Donnie Eastman. Runs up the middle and picks up about 2. We'll go to second 8. Tackle made by Adam Zinker from Scottsdale, Arizona. This wind is really picking up and is really something else. I brought my sweater today, and people thought that was a bit nuts with its 85 degrees, but I look like the smart one at this point. The ISN staff wearing sweaters. No, actually, no, you guys aren't. Okay. That's good to be me. All right, low snap. Donnie, look at end zone. He's got time. He still has the ball, pump faking. Now he's going to go to the end zone. The ball is intercepted. The ball is intercepted by the Sabres. What a mistake from Donnie Eastman. But there's a flag. Hold up here. Donnie Eastman's pass was a bit low. We'll find out in a moment if this flag is going to change where this ball is going to. There has not been a turnover up until this point. We'll find out if this is the first one or not. They're going to call this a block in the back. Personal foul against the Sabres, but it is after the interception. So this is Sabres ball. And it's 34-20 with 10:48 left to go in the IFL season. The Rebels are in a position where they have to create a turnover or certainly a defensive stop. This crowd is so big at this point, there are people sitting down on the field in front of the stands and a standing section in front of the press box to see the title game and to see potential history as well. The Sabres are pushed back to their own 10-yard line. McDougal, the man in the backfield. They're going to give this one to Brandon. Brandon will then pitch back and pitch back again and go to Adi. Adi's going deep. This ball is caught by McDougal. McDougal then steps out of bounds at the 30-yard line. McDougal then looks to the crowd, to his Beersheba teammates, gives them a pump. McDougal has a touchdown in this game. That is his first catch in the game as a receiver. So that was a fancy play where they threw the ball a few times and did a reverse, and that worked to the tee for the Tel-Aviv Sabres. Tel-Aviv Sabres? Oh, North Carolina contingent also watching and listening to this game. We thank that North Carolina as well. And interesting because McDougal is from North Carolina, actually, as a matter of fact. And that was a flag that's being thrown. We'll find in a moment. Again, this is IFL Bowl VI between the Judean Rebels and the Tel-Aviv Sabres. A lot of people thought that the Rebels would not be here. They've had 2 quote-unquote upset wins. The first one, not as much as an upset, as both teams had a similar record, but they were the lower seed, and then they get the victory in the game last week against the heavily favored Pioneers. Here they are playing with a lot of heart, down 2 scores. They will need to make something happen on the defensive end to have a chance to win this game. No time like the present, as they like to say. Jonathan Curran, the man in the left, to the left. Now he goes in motion. And here's the D. And D's going to take himself and then now throw it. And the ball is complete. It's in the far sideline by Jonathan Curran. Jonathan Curran with the completion. He picked up 10, and I believe he got the first. 9:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. 34-20. And again, the game is being sponsored by President of the AFI, Steve Leibowitz, and LGI Street Music's Brandon McDougal. Huge show March 28th, kosher for Passover drinks. First 10 ladies get in free. First 10 men get to talk to those ladies. You want to kick that mainstream out, feel the music in your body, check out LGI Street Music this Thursday, March 28th. Check them out on Facebook, LGI Street Music. This ball goes to McDougal, a fake reverse to Fudge. McDougal stays on his feet and is knocked out at the 22-yard line. May have lost about a yard or two there, in any case. This is 3rd and short. I'm right now. Someone's taking a lovely lady's taking a picture of me, so that makes me feel good. As this is a sensational event with a lot of celebrities here. Of course, the diplomat to the United States is here in attendance doing the broadcast along with Steve Leibowitz. That's Dr. Noble. Sabres take their first timeout of the half. They have 2 left to go. The Rebels have their timeouts. This win keeps staying strong. And I'd be curious after the game to speak to the players how they feel about playing this win when they thought this would be an 80-degree Fahrenheit type of day. Our other sponsor is Steve Leibowitz, president of the AFI. If you are in Israel or you're coming to Israel and you want to get involved with American football, whether it be flag, whether it be tackle, get involved with the AFI, you can contact Steve Leibowitz on his personal Facebook page. You can also find the website afi.co.il. Keep in mind the point up to this point, the Rebels have not gotten a turnover. There's only been 1 turnover in the game. It's been Donnie Eastman's interception in the end zone. Outside of that, this game has been turnover-free. Interesting situation here. Donnie Eastman maybe going out. There's someone warming up a quarterback. I'll be curious what happens there. Here's the D's being chased by Loberbaum. He's going to bomb this one outside to the right. And they're going to rule that complete. Bowers with the catch there. This is at the 18-yard line. 8:56 left to go in the 4th. If I'm the Rebels, if I'm the Sabres, I am not passing here. I am running to milk the clock. But neither team has really listened to me so far this game, so I don't imagine that it's starting out. But that would be my advice. Jeremy Sable and company walking up to the line. Adi has had a little less time to work with than Donnie Eastman. I would say in the Battle of the Lines, the Rebels have won it, believe it or not. This handoff, it goes outside to the right. And this is taken to the 5-yard. That is a first down, and their 1st and goal for the Sabres on doorstep of getting a 3-touchdown lead. So a little scary for Sabres Nation in the 3rd where they're down 20-18. And McDougall ran for a 4-yard loss, and since then they've scored 2 unanswered touchdowns and on the verge of scoring number 3. This is 1st and goal, folks, from the 8. 8:16 left to go. Adi under center, Corey Zinker in the backfield along with his brother Adam Zinker. But this pitch goes to Fudge to the left. Here comes Fudge. Touchdown, Judean Rebels. Gonzalo Freeman livid with Howie Oyster. I cannot exactly hear what is being said. It might be better not to hear it. It's kind of the way it goes when things are going against the team, then all of a sudden the referees seem to be a problem, it seems like. But right now the score is 40-20. I just heard a member of the Sabres say 8 minutes and it's over. Rebels have a long way to go at this point, but there is still time on the clock. Obviously, 8 minutes. See what Donnie can do in those 8 minutes. Here's a D. So far, they've been 2-2 in the last 2-point conversions. Make it 3 for 3. Jonathan Karan catches that ball from Adia Kami, and the score is 42-20. Again, there are rumors this is a D's last game as a player. Corey Zinker and Adam Zinker are looking to go to college in the United States. This could be the last Sabres go-around as we know them of the Sabres team. I see Saeed Abilafia here. And Saeed ate a lot this year, but sometimes it's good to eat food. 42-20. And I'm putting on my sweater, folks, at this point. All right, we're out set to kick off after that latest Sabres touchdown. It's 42-20. This kick is low. It goes out of bounds, ironically, to Liran Zamir, who's to the other kicker. So this is a penalty. We'll mark this ball at the 25-yard line. $7:52 now left to go. This game, again, Israel Sports Radio, Israel Sports Network. Shout out to the Zinker family listening in beautiful Arizona. Hope Arizona is doing well. I've not been there about 4 years, but I trust it's still holding up even without me. Itai Ashkenazi in attendance along with Dr. Keith Noble, Ofri Becker, father of the IFL, and many, many other celebrities in attendance. A lot of players from other teams here watching the game. I saw Ari Weissport earlier in the game, who played the Sabres twice this year and the Rebels once. Here's Dottie. Dottie will take this ball, run up right, pick up about 2 yards. Suiza takes him down. And it looks like that the Rebels have crossed into Sabres territory. 7:26. If I'm the Rebels, I'm thinking you're going to have to go as quick as possible, as time is a factor. And the Rebels will have to get a turnover if they want to win this game. Here's Dottie being chased. Throws a great strike to Arshavsky. Arshavsky taken down by Adam Zinker. Arshavsky picks up 3. Sapori with help on the tackle as well. And I believe the Rebels need to get to the 21-yard line for the first down. Brill's yelling, we don't have time for that. He's right. And here's Donnie. Hard to see what happened. The Rebels are right in front of me. Donnie brought down by Kirsten Suiza. Picked up a couple yards. And I believe just like that, we're at 4th down. 4th and short. Find out in a moment. It looks like we have a penalty. The Rebels scored for a measurement. This is 4th and very, very short. Smart play for the Rebels to call the measurement. The rule on a measurement is that it automatically stops the clock. So it's a smart move from the Rebels coaching staff to ask for the measurement. The ball right now marked at the 21.5-yard line. And they're calling this a first down, I've been told. It is now 1st and 10. 6:29 to go. 42-20 is our score in Israel Bowl VI between the Judean Rebels and the Tel-Aviv Sabres. Game was very, very close with a few minutes left in the third, and since then, the Sabres have dominated. And just before the play gets off, we have a flag. I don't know if the play clock went out, and it did. Okay, it was not a first down. I apologize. It was 4th and inches. Now it's 4th and 5. That was a very bad time to have a play clock penalty. All right, here we go. 4th and 5. They need to get to the 20-yard line, do the Rebels, to get the first down. Dottie in shotgun formation. He's got James Kahn to his left. No men in the backfield. It's been all day. The pass, and it's incomplete. And we'll switch sides, and the Sabres will take the ball over at their own 25-yard line with just under 6 minutes to go. 42-20. Again, the game is being brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Check out our websites, israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. On isn.co.il, there is a donate tab that you can click on. If you would like more broadcasts like this in the future, if you like what you're seeing, if you like what you're hearing, go ahead and support us. We have expenses to make this broadcast. We want to make these broadcasts happen more in the future, so click on the donate button to make those things happen. The game is being sponsored by Steve Leibowitz, president of the AFI, and Brandon McDougall's LGI Street Music. Here's the D. Fake handoff to Brandon. And they're going to run out left. Corey Zinker with the ball there. They get up to the 30-yard line. Kowalski with the tackle, and we'll go to 2nd and 5. This is smart moves from the Sabres to go to the running game to milk the clock. At this point, the Rebels' faces, I'm right in front of them, so it's a little weird for me to say this, but they seem a bit gloom and doom. I think they realize that their chance to win this game has about slipped. And 5 minutes to go for history if the Sabres can hold on here with the 22-point lead. Anything could happen, but it'd be a tad miraculous for the Rebels to come out of this point. It may be a situation where they've run out of magic tricks. Corey Zinker passes the ball, and this ball is complete to Jeremy Sable. No, Monty Cross. Sorry about that. Lots Cross were 69, and Jeremy Sable were 60. And I think at this point the Rebels are thinking about playing for pride. We hear Sharon say, finish strong. I think that's the thinking at this point. 3rd and short, and with about 4:25 to go, this will be the last time, most likely. We're hearing rumors of seeing a Diakani play, of seeing Corey Zinker and Adam Zinker play in the IFL, and there'll be some other changes in the offseason. So this will be the last time we see this dynasty as they're on the verge of getting 3 out of 4. Adi dances around, being the smart veteran he is, milks clock, and gets the first down. And the Sabres at the 12-yard line. And a chance, the Sabres have a chance to add to their 22-point lead. The Sabres' philosophy throughout the season has been not to let up and run up the score. I'd be curious if they would change that in this game or not. I'm hearing a light chant, here goes Sabres, but for the most part, this crowd is quiet. This crowd is probably 70-30 Rebels faithful, perhaps 80-20. And there's a little bit of noise now, but it's pretty quiet. This handoff is to McDougal. McDougal runs right. If he's smart, he'll stay inbounds. Actually, he's thinking touchdown. He jogs in at the end. There is a flag. We'll find out this. Diakami is very upset at the referees. John Sherrod saying it's not illegal, so this penalty will be against the Sabres, which, in my opinion, that's an advantage to them because they can milk more clock, actually. There is a big rope in front of the stands to keep the players, to keep the fans from rushing the field. There's a lot of people starting to head up to that rope in anticipation of the Sabres' 3rd championship in 4 years. Apparently a chop block against the Sabres. John Sharon, that's not a penalty. Someone send me an apology. For someone who's about to win the 3rd title in 4 years, he seems pretty upset. Someone told me John Sharon doesn't like to smile a lot. He's been very much adamant at the referees, but he hopefully will light up a smile in about 3 minutes and 22 seconds. First down at the 22-yard line. John Sherrod, by the way, has done a fantastic job has taken over as coach. At the same time around where Diakami took over as quarterback, John has only lost a few games in 3 years. Here's Corey Zinker staying on his feet. What the heck was that? Corey Zinker stands up and is about to throw the ball backwards and then is brought down before he makes that mistake. But John has done a fantastic job coaching. He's worked with a lot of different players. There's been a high turnover rate with all teams in the IFL, Sabres no exception. Has worked with a lot of different players. One of the main consistencies, of course, is Diakami, Jeremy Sable, but has had a lot of new players come in and lost 2 of his assistants this season. So John Sherrod, a tremendous job this season. And if there's 1 year that he deserves Coach of the Year, it's certainly got to be this year as the Sabres are about to go undefeated. So congratulations to John Sherrod, a terrific job. This ball almost intercepted by Donnie Eastman. A little pride there and excitement. Donnie Eastman jumps up and knocks the ball out of Corey Zinker's hands. We'll go to 3rd down. So tremendous accomplishment by John Sherrod throughout the entire season. A great X's and O's guy and also a great motivator of his staff. Talent-wise, John told me this is his finest team, but probably he's had to coach more coaching duties this year with less assistants. Coach Mike again in the United States for his military work. Coach Larry Kinsberg retired with his grandkids. Here's a Diakami on 3rd down at the 19-yard line. A D standing there milking the clock. I think he wants to go the 2-minute warning, and he does. Smart veteran move to take it to the 2-minute warning. Again, D's only lost 2 games since 2010 when he took over for Alex Traxton, who injured his left pinky and was not able to play the rest of his career in Israel, as a matter of fact. D has only lost 2 games, which he's completed and finished. He was thrown out of a game last season in which the Sabres lost. But if you talk about games in which D has started and completed, I believe he's only lost 2. And he's not going to lose today as the Sabres are up 42-20 with 2 minutes to go. Here's Akami under center. Fakes the handoff. Was thinking about going to Fudge. Is scrambling. He's great at this. He scrambles by so much time. This ball is incomplete. And we're going to go to 4th down. And Primalov and Jonathan coming back on the field. I'd be curious what they want to do here. It is fourth. They're at the 19-yard line. They need to get to the 13. 4th and 6, 1:52 left to go in the IFL season. And I'm even saw a Sabres player take off his jersey. Looks like he's putting it back on. They very interesting team. Interesting fast. Cheeseburger relegated to the sidelines. They're going to punt this for 20 yards away. I'm very confused by this move. And this ball is stopped at the 9. So Sabres pick up 10 yards. I have no idea why they did that. Perhaps they want to get their defense some more time before the season ends. 42-20, 1:44 left to go in the IFL season. This game is being sponsored by President of the AFI, Steve Leibowitz. If you want to find out more about American football in Israel, go to their website, AFI.co.il. And also their Facebook page, American Football in Israel, AFI. You can type that in there. Also, Steve Leibowitz has his own personal football page. If you're interested in football in Israel, go check them out. Here's Donnie Eastman hitting Foreman. That's a first down at the 19-yard line. Good enough for the first there. And, of course, our other sponsor is LGI Street Music's Brandon McDougall. McDougall's having a big performance March 28th. Kosher for Passover drinks. First 10 ladies get in free. First 10 men get to talk to those ladies. Want to knock that mainstream out? Feel the music in your body. Got to check out Thursday. Here's Donnie Eastman. Avoids the sack from Adam Sinker. Runs right. Fudge grabs the helmet, and I think they're going to call a penalty there. John Sherrod is still livid. I don't think the energy will stop from John until there's 3 zeros on that clock. All right, Jeremy Sable says some choice words as well. They call this a personal foul face mask. And the Sabres line is saying, how is that face mask? And there's another penalty. Roy Freeman is kicking someone out. He's getting Cheeseburger out. Cheeseburger snuck his way back onto the sideline. Cheeseburger was supposed to be relegated to the stands, and he snuck his way back out here. Roy Freeman points him out and throws a flag. Again, the Sabres complaining to the officials, I don't think will stop until this game is officially over. It is not officially over right now, but it is spiritually over. It's 42-20, 138. And at this point, the Rebels are playing for pride. If they score the touchdown here, they'll be within 2 scores. The game in the regular season also came down to 2 scores as well. All right, here's Donnie in the shotgun formation. Elias Matuko, the wide out to the right, no men in the backfield. Donnie throws a strike to Foreman. Foreman was not paying attention, ball a bit low anyway. In any case, Jonathan Karan with the defense. That's an incomplete pass. And we'll go to second down. Again, the game sponsored by Steve Leibowitz and Brandon McDougall. The game being brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Check out our websites, israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. If you like what you're hearing and you like what you're seeing, click on the Donate tab on isn.co.il. We hope our fans in Vermont and North Carolina are enjoying the broadcast. Here's Donnie Eastman, throws in the end zone, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Fudge, and we'll go to 3rd and 10. Elias Matuko, the intended man on that play. And the Sabres 131 away from making history. First undefeated team in both the regular season and the postseason. Again, Yonah Mashad's Lions were undefeated in the regular season. Were blown out by the Pioneers in amazing fashion. No blowout today against the Sabres. Here's Donnie. He's going for Matuko in the end zone. The ball is incomplete. And we'll go to 4th down. I'd be very curious if the Rebels don't convert here, if the Sabres will kneel. Again, it's not been in the Sabres' personality to do that. It's been the Sabres' personality to run up the score. We'll see if they do this here and show some class in the last game of the year. Very cold day in Kraft Family Stadium. And a capacity crowd and celebrities in attendance. Let's see if Donnie Eastman has anything to say about this. Donnie Eastman in the shotgun. He's got Matuko to his left. James Kine on the right. Foreman also on the left. Donnie, could be his last play of the season. We'll find out in a moment. He stayed on his feet. What heart? And he's got the first down, I believe. He is close. Shlomo Baria signals first down. We're going to try to find him momentarily if he got it or not. Big confusion here. It's going to be very key where they spot this ball. The referees are still deciding this. There is a huddle. There is 3 referees by the football. It's first down for the Rebels. I will say this. If it is true at the end of the first half that Donnie Eastman was not past the line of scrimmage, that would mean at this point the Rebels would only be down 2 scores and a chance to cut the deficit in half. So that call is still plaguing the Rebels at this point. I'd be very curious. I would like to see the replay at some point after the game. So, but again, that is not what happened. A flag for some reason has been flown in the end zone. Don't know why that is. Again, our thanks to everyone listening. We have contingents in Vermont and North Carolina and throughout the United States, Arizona as well, listening to this ballgame and watching this ballgame. I hope everyone is enjoying this lovely day here at Kraft Family Stadium Friday afternoon as the Sabbath approaches us and Passover is Monday night. We hope everyone has a happy holiday and everyone enjoys this. John Sharon has been ejected. John Sharon has been ejected. He has been in the referee's ear all night long, and he's been kicked out. That's very, very interesting. He's still on the sideline, though, and people are yelling to get him out. I don't think they're going to start this until John actually leaves. I don't think I've ever seen a coach about to win a championship get kicked out of a game. I don't think I've ever seen that. In any type of professional, collegiate, high school, I've never seen that. But John was not letting up. The Rebels sideline is still screaming for John to leave. John doesn't want to leave yet. They might have to call security on this one. The Sabres, it's pretty intense over there. Right now, 42, 21, 14 to go. They're still trying to settle this business of John Sharon. And I'd be curious if John Sharon still hasn't left yet. They're still waiting. And here he goes. John Sharon picks up his bag and walks off the field. And his son is walking the field as well. And John Sharon gets a standing ovation from the faithful in Kraft Family Stadium. This might have been part of John's plan so he can get a nice applause as he leaves. All right, here's Donnie Eastman. This ball is tipped up in the air, almost intercepted, and it's incomplete. And we'll go to second goal. Donnie a bit hobbled up. I'd be curious after the game if he has an injured right leg at all. He's taken a lot of shots throughout the game. Yeah, we're not going to say that, but we will say that, again, John Sharon has been kicked out of the game. All right, here. Okay, but I'm not going to say that on this broadcast. All right, so here is, we're impartial here. Here's the Rebels on doorstep of getting another touchdown. And he gets to the 2-yard line. Gilad Shalem with the tackle here. I'd be curious if this is Gilad's last game. Gilad's played in this league a long, long time as well, and a big part of those 2 titles, about to be 3 titles in 4 years for Gilad Shalem. All right, I'm curious. It looks like the Rebels won another time to talk things over. 53 seconds left to go, 42-20. If you're just joining us, IFL Bowl VI between the Judean Rebels and the Tel-Aviv Sabres. Again, Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network has brought you this game. There is still a lot of anger right now. Saeed Abulafia somehow, someway figured out a way how to walk on the field and is telling other players to leave. I'm very confused at this point. And the game being sponsored by President of the AFI, Steve Leibowitz. If you want to find out more about American football in Israel, check out AFI on Facebook and afi.co.il. Find out more about playing flag football and tackle football. And, of course, other sponsor, LGI Street Music's Brandon McDougall. Huge show March 28th. Knock the mainstream out. Feel the music in your body. First 10 women are free. Kosher for Passover drinks. That is this Thursday, March 28th. This ball from Don Eastman is incomplete, but there is a flag. Could be a late hit. IsraelSportsRadio.com and ISN.co.l. I'm hearing Masala Freeman tell his team, do not go down to their level. Want to try to play things clean. The last 47 seconds left of the season. All right, this is a personal foul roughing the passer, so Donnie was hit at the end of the play, after the play was over. That's an automatic first down, and the ball marked at the 1. So Eastman and the Rebels are going to have a chance to get their 4th touchdown with 47 seconds left to go in the season. Adam Zinker and the Sabres show blitz. Here's Donnie in the shotgun. No man in the backfield. Donnie will spin, and down he goes. Fudge picked up Donnie Eastman and threw him down. I do see another flag. A lot more penalties called in the second half than the first. And another personal foul against the Sabres, and that's a first down. They can move this ball half the distance to the goal. That's just a half yard, so it'll be 1st and goal from the half-yard line. Again, the first 5 IFL Bowl games have all been close. This game is closer than the scoreboard indicates because it was right at the end of the third quarter the Rebels had the lead. And again, if the Rebels get this touchdown and you factor that the touchdown at the end of the first half was null and void when perhaps it should have counted, that makes it a touchdown game. So a lot closer than it seems. Here's Donnie Eastman in the shotgun formation. James Kine, the wide out to the right. No man in the backfield. Donnie is going to run left. He's got daylight, but he's going to throw it. The ball is complete to James Kine for the touchdown. With 33.2 seconds left, the Rebels get to 26 points, get their 4th touchdown. There have been 3 2-point conversions for the Rebels up to this point. They are 1 for 3. I have a chance to go 2 for 2 on 2-point conversions and make the score 42-28. Kind the wide out on the right. Brill plays a bit of tight end on the left. Might be blocking here. No man in the backfield has been all day for the Rebels. Donnie pump fakes. He's got a lot of room on the left. He's standing there. Dances. Let's see what Donnie does. Let's see if he goes left. Has a man open. Throws it. The ball is incomplete. Tipped by Gilad Shalem. The 2-point conversion is no good. It's 42-26 with 33.2 seconds left. I imagine the Rebels will do an onside kick. At the end of this broadcast, if able, we will try to get interviews with some of the prominent members on both teams and some of the members of the IFL, but time will tell on that. It's kind of a windy, cold day. People just might want to go home. Ball almost bounces to bounces to the ISN staff. That's the Rebels practice ball there. So everyone expected an onside kick. It's interesting the way the football bounces. And as I said, had that touchdown at the end of the first half gone to the Rebels would have a chance to tie this game if they recover this kickoff. That's the way the calls go. Here's Zamir. Onside kick. This ball is being almost recovered by back and forth, and Jonathan will recover the ball. Don Eastman had a hand there. Jonathan Coran recovers the ball, and the Sabres have the ball at the Rebels' 28-yard line. And I imagine it's victory formation for the Sabres. This should be a D's last play here in the IFL. And the Zinker brothers' last game in the IFL for a while as they're going to the United States to play collegiate football. We'll see which of the Sabres will stick around next season and which will take off. And this dynasty could be over, but it is a dynasty as the Sabres will kneel and get 3 out of 4. I don't think the Rebels have a timeout to call in any case. Let's see what they do. Victory formation for Diakami. And Adi is going to fake it and go to Jonathan Curran. And that ball is caught, and that's a touchdown. I can't believe that. And there's a lot of booing from the crowd. I have to say that may have been in poor taste. Adi, fake victory formation. and they threw another touchdown to add on. As I said, throughout the year, the Sabres have been notorious for running up the score and could have kneeled to end the game, but they get another touchdown. It's 48-26. Brill not happy with that. H-Row, no one's happy with that. Be curious what the handshakes will be like after that scenario here. But a Diakami. Then a Diakami kneels on the two-point conversion and struts back as the fans boo him. And a D. Dean wants the football for some reason. Scores 48-26, and Corey Zaker and Ayo Sharon are getting into it as the referee breaks them up. I'm very confused why they ran up the score and then kneeled on the two-point conversion. I can't really figure that one out. 48-26, 27.5 seconds left to go in the IFL season. This game would have theoretically and literally been over by now had a D kneeled. I guess they were trying to get to 48 points. That was their line. I'm not sure. Let's see if the Sabres do an onside kick at this point. Who knows? Nope, this is a legitimate kick, and Donnie Eastman's going to run it back from his own end zone. Donnie's been a great returner throughout the year, and he's still staying on his feet. And he just crossed the midway point, and now it's at the 20-yard line. It goes out of bounds as Donnie goes into his own side, to the Tel-Aviv sideline. Good sportsmanship there, at least, when Donnie was tossed into the Tel-Aviv sideline. And a D talking to a D shaking hands with Mario Schechter. I guess perhaps trying to explain why they ran up the score. So 15.9 seconds. The Rebels fans are acting almost like if they won the game, but the way they were cheering the Rebels. Heard Yeshaya Brill saying, we're the real champions, we're the ones with the heart and with the class.
I'm working on it, I can't see.
I would certainly have to agree they had heart. I mean, this game was very competitive up until the late third quarter with the Rebels having the 2018 lead. And I would certainly question why the Sabres threw a touchdown on victory formation. Here's the Rebels with 15.9 seconds left to go. Donnie throws a strike, but the ball goes through James Kine's hands. Fudge with the defense, and we'll go to second down. Again, the Sabres about to get title number 3. Diakami has been sensational in his IFL career. Only lost twice since he took over full-time as starter for the Rebels after Alex Traxton went down with the left pinky injury. Here's Donnie Eastman in shotgun formation. And he's going deep. He's got Olszewski. That ball is complete. There's 12.7 seconds to go. Let's see if he gets a touchdown of his own. And he's pushed out of bounds to the 4-yard line. And then afterwards, one of the Sabres threw a football, one of the Rebels. And then it's broken up. Foreman very upset. Well, it'd be interesting if the Rebels tag on a touchdown after the Sabres get a touchdown in victory formation. 10.6 to go. Olszewski gets a nice fan for the crowd. Nice stand ovation. Wait a minute. Olszewski's been kicked out of the game. I think for being involved with that mess. So we've had a coach ejected and a player ejected in this title game. Personal foul against the Rebels is the call. And a personal foul against the Sabres. All right, so I'm trying to figure out where they're going to mark this ball. Thank you for joining us here on Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. The ball is marked at the 1. 3.4 seconds. So this will be the last play of the year. Let's see if the Rebels get that final touchdown. All right, so we'll see what happens in a moment. All right, Rebels in shotgun formation. Donnie Eastman, the ball is incomplete. And that's the game. That's it. The Sabres have won their 3rd title in 4 years. But the Rebels are getting the bigger standing ovation as they run across the field. You would think the Rebels won this game. Huge ovation for the Rebels faithful. The final score 48-26. The game a 22-point victory, but the game a lot closer than that, it seemed like. And the Sabres will line up for the traditional handshake. Rebels still busy being fawned at by their fans. John Cherry comes back on the field and will be part of the handshake process. Yeah, he cracks a little bit of a smile, happy that he won his 3rd title in 4 years. All right, some of the players do have their helmets on. Sabres have their helmets on. And good sportsmanship from both sides at this point, chicken heads. 3rd title in 4 years for the Tel-Aviv Sabres. That's the dynasty, and we'll see what happens next season. Who will stay and who will go, as they like to say. Thank you for everyone for being part of this broadcast. Again, huge contingents in Vermont, North Carolina, and Arizona listening to us. We'll try to get some interviews if we can. We'll have to. So we will try. Sorry, it's a little bit hectic here in the post-game situation. We'll try to interview as many people as we can. Again, this game has been sponsored by the president of the AFI, Steve Leibowitz, and LGI's Street Music, Brandon McDougall. And the game is brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Check out our websites, israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. We have the donate donate button on isn.co.il. Then you can hit that button and donate and help make more of these games possible to broadcast, make more of these games possible for everyone to hear. And there's a lot of things we like to do in the future, not just involved with football, but other sports in Israel. Certainly the Maccabi games this summer. We'd love to do that as well. So we'll try to get some interviews if we can. Okay, let's interview you. All right. So we'll still work on that. And we'll see Effie coming in a moment. Effie! All right. Let's talk to Effie, number one Rebels fan. What happened again in the second half? You know, the Rebels had that lead 2018 in the third, then just everything went haywire, it seemed like.
No, I don't know how to explain it, man. I don't know. Yeah, that's the professionals. I don't know. It was hard.
All right, what did you think of the play at the end when they were about to go victory formation for the Sabres? They threw the touchdown to Jonathan.
I don't want to talk about it. That's not football. It's disgusting. You know, let them learn what sportsmanship is. Because if that's what they're going to show kids in this country, if that's how they're going to teach kids how to play football, I prefer there should be no football in this country. That's disgusting.
Wow. Strong words from Effie, the Rebels' number one fan. I think a lot of people will talk about that. There you can probably see we have the shot of the Sabres in their championship huddle there. Third title in 4 years. It's a dynasty. I'd be curious who the MVP of the game is. Yeshaya Brill's here. Yeshaya, great game. What are your thoughts?
You know, hats off to the Sabres. They're a great team. They got a lot of talent. I personally would rather lose with class than win the way they did. They've been doing it all year. You know, they wanted to leave this league with their middle fingers out. My hat's off to them for being good enough to get away with it. But if I was them, I'd feel a little sad after this, just because when they look back, they're gonna be pissed off. I mean, you know, can take a championship with you, but can't buy class. I don't know. It
was a weird play on victory formation for them to throw the touchdown. You guys almost get the touchdown at the end. Also, coach was kicked out as well. Have you ever seen a team win a title and have their coach kicked out in the same game?
Not that I can recall, but nothing the Sabres do does shocks me. I expected something like that, and it happens, you know. He had it coming.
Let's talk about what your play, because we're used to seeing you play defense, and you were great on offense. Where's that been coming from?
I go where they need me. You know, this year we've had, like I said when on the radio before, we've had two linebackers, Ayala and Dudu, who have stepped up, and they're better than me. You know, the best 8 play. I don't care how long I've been on this team. I don't care what I've done. The best 8 are going to play. They played their hearts out. You know, they should keep their heads up because we got a damn good linebacking core. So. What
do you guys say? I mean, Donnie Eastman was fantastic. I know he's banged up a lot. He took a lot of good hits. Just what do you guys say about the play that he did today?
Donnie Eastman, once again, put the team on his back. If he's not the IFL MVP, we should get rid of the award because he's one of the best players to ever play in this league, if not the best. And we wouldn't be here without him. The score wouldn't have been that close without him. And we're all proud of the job he did today because it was a really he put us on our back, and I'm sorry we couldn't do enough to take him with him.
Well, you guys will have a lot to look forward to next season, and congratulations on your play and give it a great fight. Thank you so much, and thank you for being on the show the other day. Really appreciate it. We're joined by Commissioner Uriel Stern. Commissioner, congratulations on another great season. Give us your thoughts about the title game, IFL Bowl VI.
Well, you know, title games in the IFL always bring out the best in both sides. People thought coming into this game that it was going to be more one-sided than this. The Rebels came out a tremendously prepared team. They went toe-to-toe with the Sabres in the first half. A little bit, the Sabres showed their superiority in the second half. It was a really tight game, but ultimately the champions did emerge as the champions, the best team in the league for the second straight year, their third championships. All props to them.
How do you feel in the league? You have a team like the Sabres, so dominant, the first team to be undefeated in the regular season in the IFL. Do you feel that's good in the league to have a team that's that much better than everybody else? What are your thoughts?
In general, when it comes to dynasties, that's a question that has to be discussed, whether having a dominant team is good for the league. But I think when it comes to a league like this, one team jumping out there and sort of saying themselves, come and get us, we're the champions, we're the best team, we're setting the bar high, come and get us. I think that's the message the Sabres sent with a win like this, and I don't think it's a bad thing for a league.
All right, I'm going to throw out one hardball question at you. What did you think about the play in victory formation, Sabres throwing that touchdown at the end?
I think it was awful. I think straight up a team should not do that. They're up winning a championship by 2 scores. They should not be using that time to fake a victory formation, kneel down, and then go for a touchdown. But champions will be champions. They could do it. They will. It's not like anything's going to happen disciplinary-wise. It just goes to their class, and that speaks for itself.
Wow. All right, appreciate the honest answer. Thank you very much. Great season, and we look forward to more things in the future. Any other comments you'd like to leave with us before we let you go?
No, Ari, thank you. It was another great IFL season. I think the league really showed a lot of improvement. The Sabres, yes, as you said, champions once again. Perfect season. All the other teams will be gunning for them. But right underneath the Sabres, there's really bunches of really good developing teams in Israel, and that is going to continue, I think. So let's just look forward to a great continuation and growth of football in Israel.
Absolutely. Commissioner Uriel Stern, thank you so much. Thank you for being part of this post-game broadcast. Wow. Well, that was something else. Commissioner Uriel Stern being blunt honest about the victory formation touchdown at the end. That's going to be talked about for a long, long time. We're going to try to get you some more interviews, so bear with us. It's very hectic at this point as we're seeing a bunch of different players happen. Let's see if Adam Zinker or Corey Zinker could come. We'll see 41 or 52 if they could come over for an interview. But in the meantime, as we get that set up, we're going to do another interview. How you doing, my man?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. Rebels played with a lot of class. You know, I think a lot of people thought this game wouldn't be close. Up until the end of the third, it was very close, and the Rebels had the lead. Give us your thoughts on the game.
It was a hard game, a very good game by both the teams. I really think that the Rebels give their best to play good and a fair game. And hopefully next year we're going to be here and won like we should be.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. Will, congratulations. All right, being joined by the Zinker brothers from Arizona, Adam and Corey Zinker. Fellas, congratulations on your second title in a row. The game was close at the end of the third. Did you guys think it would be that close? We'll start with Adam.
In the first half, things were going slow, all that fog, hard to breathe. And then second half started clearing up, and our defense turned it on. What won the game for us was defense. You know, we had Eastman going down our throat the whole time, was going crazy. Yeah, so he kept pushing on us. We had to stop him. Defense won the whole game for us. And offense, I mean, with Adi and Curran and Banning with his runs and stuff, we just had to unbelievable. We turned on second half, turned on. We were close first half, turned on second half.
We noticed that the weather would play an impact. It's very hot, and then it did get foggy, cold, very windy as well.
Yeah.
The wind affected the ball in every way.
Foggy, but, like, when you're breathing hard back and forth, it really, like, tickles, and, like, you can't get a good breath going. And people were having trouble. They said their throats were tickling and everything, and it's harder, and we take a lot of water because of it.
All right, so that was something that was a factor. You guys in the fourth quarter especially pulled away. What was the difference in the fourth quarter for you guys?
We just had it steamrolling. We had it rolling. You know, more good things come with good things. So we got in that mentality that we take the lead.
Building and building and building and building. Where every play we were going hard every time, and their confidence going down every single time you stop them.
All right, and also it was interesting, Donnie, throughout the game, there was no men in the backfield. It was just him. When any runs were from him, he had the 4 wideouts set throughout the night. From the defense, what did you think of that?
He's unstoppable sometimes.
He's ridiculous. He's very good.
He's bound to get yards.
He's an amazing athlete.
And you gave him a great hit on there, and he still ran an extra 10 yards.
I hit him hard, and he balanced. He was up the whole time.
And we're joined by a member of the Three Musketeers, Brandon McDougall. I have to wear your jersey, but congratulations on your first title. What can we say? I mean, you played great. Give us your thoughts on being a champion.
Everybody can fuck off. That's how good it feels right now, you know?
In other words, he means it's been a long day coming.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well deserved.
Exactly, well deserved.
Yeah.
All right, so early, we had that touchdown early, and then around the third quarter, things kind of stalled. You guys, 2018, you had the 4-yard loss. Were you a bit nervous then when you guys were down 2018?
No, not at all. Not nervous at all. I mean, I knew our defense was going to step it up. Offense always steps it up. So just a matter of time for us to get clicking and get going. You see what happened at the halftime.
All right, yeah, especially around the end of the third quarter, you guys took off.
We gotta go.
All right, congratulations, guys.
I'm coming.
I'll have to wear your jersey at the party tomorrow. I'll try to keep my word. I apologize. All right, well, you heard from McDougall and the 2 Zinker brothers. Zinker brothers giving Donnie Eastman a ton of credit, saying he was unstoppable at times, and he certainly was fantastic. We'll see if Ofri Becker could get an interview with us in a moment to follow the IFL. We'll try to get in touch with Ofri. And now the fog, interesting, coming back. This weather has been back, up and down, and really, really something special here. So we thank everyone for joining us here. We're getting more interviews. We're joined by now Liran Kozo-Zamir. Liran, sorry about the loss, but those touchbacks, as you said, did happen. So congrats on that, and give us your thoughts on the game.
First of all, about the kicks, the toughest enemy was the wind.
Right.
We didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be hot like a week ago, 2 weeks ago when we played the Pioneers in the semifinals. But the wind was the toughest enemy for me. And, well, I managed to hit some touchbacks, but other than that, we played like men. I feel like a winner, and that's what's important for me.
Last question before we let you go. You know, it was interesting how key you were, because when you hit the touchbacks, they were at the 50-yard line. The one kick, you didn't get the touchback. They almost ran for a touchdown. There was the penalty. So that was very, very key. On that particular kick, were you a little short, or tell us about the kick where they almost ran it back?
The kick, they almost ran a touchdown?
Yeah.
Well, the coaches told me to kick to the left, and I felt like I ran to, you know, the wind was like a wall. I felt like I have 40 more kilos on my back, and I ran and I kicked it to the left. It was short, it was low, and then, believe it or not, I managed to turn my back and get this blocking back on purpose, and that's why they came back to the midfield.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's very smart. Smart move.
But other than that, it was a crappy kick, so I'm not happy about that. But, you know, it happened, and they didn't score. And
there you go. All right, Liran, congratulations. Great game you guys played, and all the best next season. Good luck. We'll see you next season. Being joined now by the father of the IFL, Ofri Becker. Ofri, another season in the books, IFL 6. They're playing for the trophy in your namesake. Give us your thoughts on the game.
First of all, I'd like to probably correct one thing, one phrase. People told me that I'm not the father of the IFL, but maybe the father of tackle football, because I started the whole thing in '99 with Middle East Television. But there were lots of good people that started the IFL together with me, and I want to give them the credit. Okay. Now, as for the game, wonderful game of football. It turned out to be close till the first half was over. Then in the second half, Sabres were a little bit too good. I want to add, and I'm not going to remain neutral on that play
At the end of the game.
At the end of the game, what the Sabres have done on TV, on live, is going to be remembered against them by all other teams of the league. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
That was unsportsmanlike. I didn't like it, even though I'm a referee in the league, and right now I was just sitting in the stands. You don't do that in football. It's unsportsmanlike. It's not nice. That was arrogant. Any other thing to say? Nothing to say about it.
Yeah, I agree, and I was going to ask you about that, and you jumped right to it. It will be remembered for a long, long time. The Sabres have the Dynasty 3 out of 4. I asked Commissioner Uriel Sturm if he thought that was good for the league. What are your thoughts about it?
Well, it's good that we have good teams. It's good that there are teams with talent, a lot of talent on the Sabres, definitely. I know that they had their problems in, people not showing up to trainings, to practice, and still they were winning, and they went 12-0 this season. The facts count, okay? The scores is what counts at the end of the day. But it's good for the league that we have good players. It's good for the league that we have good teams. But still, I think the class, the way that the team treats the other teams, and the way this league works as a league together has to be talked about. And we have to see what we do to avoid high blowouts in the future and see whether either you separate the league or you do something in order for the weaker teams to be able to catch up.
You know, and talking about Donnie Eastman and the losing effort, but sensational. Hit nonstop, was able to get up. There were no men in the backfield. He did all the running for the Rebels. A year ago in the high school league, now here he is, in my opinion, the MVP of the league. So talk about Donnie Eastman.
Yeah, in my opinion, too. He is the MVP of the regular season for sure. And it was a big surprise the last 3 or 4 games when they put him into quarterback, and he's just awesome. He's phenomenal. He's a winner. Even though they lost today, he's going to be a power player in the IFL for ages, I think. He's doing things that we don't see sometimes from college players. He's doing wonderful things on the field. It's fun to watch him. I was sitting in the stands, just enjoyed watching that player.
Right. Very entertaining. Reminds me of a Johnny Joe Martitius type. That's what he reminds me of.
Well, he does remind of Johnny Joe, really. Johnny Joe was that kind of quarterback, a running quarterback that sees the game, sees the holes and everything and likes to run. I think he's more phenomenal than Johnny. And excuse me, Johnny.
No offense, Johnny Joe Martitius. We'll leave you out with this. I talked about this. I asked other people this. The weather, how much of a factor do you think that was with all the wind back and forth and the fog? Zenker brothers were saying it was hard for them to breathe and for Sabres players to breathe. So what are your thoughts about the weather? Not that we could control that, but your thoughts on it.
Well, I don't think weather was that big a factor in this game. I think weather was expected to be hot, and it wasn't. You know, people were expecting them to sweat like cats and dogs, but the weather was fine. It's a fine day for football. The wind was a little bit of a factor maybe on long passes, but, a lot of passes went in and were completed very nicely and on both sides, and I don't think it was a real factor in this game.
All right, the father of tackle football in the IFL is how I introduce you from this point forward. Thank you very much, Ofri Becker, for joining us, and they played for your trophy, your namesake. We're going to still stick around and try to get some more interviews. Let's see what we can do here. Again, still very hectic situation. Yeah, McMichael's around here. So, okay, so hi to McMichael's mother, who is watching and chatting in. So just watched her son win another title here on Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. We'll see if we can get any interviews. I'd like to get in touch with Cheeseburger if possible. I don't know if he is here or he's left, and who else we can speak with. Final score 48-26. That play again at the end, the victory formation touchdown, talked about a lot in the post-game show. Yeshaya Brill, Ofri Becker, and Uriel Sturm all making comments upon it. So that's something that will be remembered for a long, long time to come. All right, we're going to wrap it up. We can't get in touch with Cheeseburger. We'll have to wait to next year. Our thanks to everyone for watching and tuning in. Thanks to the Israel Sports Network staff, Jesse Nolan and Aaron C. doing a great job. Again, the stream was up throughout the entire day, even though this very windy afternoon, which could have knocked things out, so we appreciate that. Our final score, the Sabres victorious. They win their third title in 4 years, 48-26 over the Judean Rebels. I'm Ari Lewis. God bless and good day. Thank you very much.